step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Very good morning, you unbelievably beautiful souls. Welcome to it. You're live with Expresso, bright and early on a Monday morning. My name is Graham Richards, and it is an opportunity to be inspired. Yes, every Monday is a chance to change the world around us, but today is going to be particularly inspiring. Why? Take a look at the setting. No, it is not the island of Curaçao, but it could be. For 6 unbelievable celebrities, they'll be doing battle for the ultimate prize in TIOT9, Tropica Island of Treasure. Season 9 is upon us, and our celebrity contestants will be revealed today. Do you know who they will be? Have some guesses. You might have caught a sneak peek here or there on their social media platforms. There are some massive social media powerhouses in the mix. Some personalities from stage and screen, some much loved personalities, and those that you're going to fall in love with when you see them go through what is going to be one of the coolest and most insane challenges of their lives, along with the 6 consumer contestants that get selected as well. So it's a Tropica takeover today. Guys, do you have any idea who is going to be sitting in these 6 coveted seats? Good morning, fam.
Hey, good morning, G. Good morning, South Africa. Welcome to it. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new week. My name is Tabiso Makubela.
You know what my name's Leanne Williams, by the way. Good morning, fam. Do you know what my new name for Monday is?
What is it?
Manslay.
Manslay.
Like we have Friday,
and then you've got
Manslay. I'm about that, hey?
So the energy that we're giving out on a Monday and every single Monday,
Yes.
I suppose from now on, is slay energy.
Slayage.
Slay
Absolute
the day.
slayage. Yes.
Well, you're already starting on a good note. I mean, look at that hair.
You know, it's going
mean-
to change by tomorrow, but it's okay. It's nice for now.
What I'm saying is Beyonce was found trembling.
Listen, I just want to know, is my hair going to survive with the weather today?
It'll be okay.
Okay,
We've got
all
some
right.
sophisticated sprays.
All right.
I'm sure here, don't we? Yeah,
We do, but like on the outside.
Oh, yeah, no.
You've got the
I would wear a
details.
duke. I would wear a duke if I were you. And I've got the weather details for you. And hopefully you're safe. Let's start off in Johannesburg. Take a look at your weather there. Plenty of sunshine with little to no wind. Sky remains clear for the entire day. Humidity will remain extremely low and temperatures will peak in the afternoon. And a warm sunset is expected out in Jozi. If you're out in Durban, South Africa's playground, sunny conditions with delightful temperatures. Cloud cover will increase towards the evening as temperatures become chilly and little to no wind expected, as well as humidity, which will remain steady. In Port Elizabeth, plenty of sunshine with a light southwesterly breeze and clear skies for the duration of the day. Cloud cover will increase towards the evening as the wind dies down and temperatures will fluctuate throughout the day. And Cape Town. All right, mainly cloud conditions with occasional sunshine.
Okay.
A light northwesterly wind that decreases towards the evening.
Okay.
Cloud cover increases as the evening approaches.
I think I'm okay.
You're fine.
I think I'm all
You're
good.
in the
Go
clear.
team.
You're in the
Thanks for
clear.
speaking to Mother
It's a clear
Nature there.
time.
Also, in terms of our outfits, I think it's pretty clear that we can, still continue to wear things that's not too heavy yet,
Yeah.
because the weather is still pretty
Yeah.
good. Let's look at your outfit. I
Well,
really do like it.
Yeah, I think this morning I've decided to go really clean and take it nice
I like
and
that,
easy.
yeah.
Black with a bit of grey in the t-shirt, follow
Yeah.
the t-shirt. This is really nice. I mean, this is one of those Woolies jackets. These are
Yes.
really cool. They're nice bomber jackets, but they're also light at the same time. They
I
keep you
love
warm
that,
because
yeah.
they keep the wind out,
Yes.
but they're nice and light.
But
you don't
you're
feel
not like
overwhelmed.
perspiring
No.
on the inside.
You're
all
not
right.
basically dying on the inside. You
Well,
look
of course,
very nice.
these shift dresses are a whole vibe
Yeah.
for me because you can get them in pattern. I still think that the sleeve, this kind of peplum sleeve, is still very, very popular right
Yeah.
now. And then, of course, you want to get things like patterns, And what the beautiful thing with winter in South Africa is you sometimes get different seasons in a day. So you don't want to be too heavily dressed. I
Yeah.
could always put a coat over this if need be,
Yeah.
if it does get a little bit chilly. But other than that, I'm perfectly happy.
But that's the nice thing about this type of dress that you're wearing now, is that even if you had a coat on it, it wouldn't take away from the dress. You'd
Yes.
still look nice. So you can literally take a dress like this from the workplace straight into sundowners, straight into a dinner date,
Absolutely.
straight to home.
Perfect. on some
wherever.
sneakers and you're good to
you're
go
good to
as
go.
well.
Ooh, stunning.
Versatility is your friend.
Versatility is what it's all about. Let us know what you think of our outfits on social media. So we've got a quote for the day to set you up. Graham, are you ready with it?
I am ready for these words. Hopefully the whole country is ready for these words. Obviously a momentous week as we work towards Mandela Day. And I use the word work because we all should be living in the service of others, not just this week, not just on Mandela Day on Thursday, but every single day when we put into light the sacrifices made by those who have come before us. Most, I think, notably the revolutionary leader and the great orator. He wrote some amazing speeches, but obviously donated so much of his own time, sacrificed so much of his own life, so that we could enjoy the freedoms that we do today. And we kickstart this Mandela Monday with this quote: "There is no passion to be found playing small, in setting for a life that is less than one you are capable of living." I absolutely love that. I love that picture as well. So hopefully that's inspired you to think big. Give yourself permission. In fact, make it your obligation to think big and do something incredible, not just for yourself, but for the lives of those around you. It's time to live in the service of others. So you can ponder that for just a moment as we delve into our international and local headlines. Let's let this ship set sail. Morning, Lee.
Good morning, G. As we go 6 minutes after 6, let's take a look at what's happening in your news headlines. Police Minister Bheki Cele has confirmed that soldiers have arrived in the Western Cape ahead of their deployment in various communities on the Cape Flats. More than 144 suspects had been arrested since Thursday morning, including 5 police officers. A reward of 25,000 Rand is being offered by the City of Johannesburg for anyone with information that could lead to the arrest of the suspect who allegedly broke into the office of the City Council's Chief Whip, Kevin Wax. On the international front, Google has announced that it would update its Google Translate's camera translation feature to add 60 additional languages, as well as automatic detection. The app now has over 10 African languages. At least 37 people were injured on board Air Canada flight after the plane hit severe turbulence and had to make an emergency landing. 9 passengers were seriously injured. And then finally, the garden route, including Knysna and surrounds, has had a facelift. Volunteers from all corners of the globe recently converged on the area to help plant thousands of trees as part of the Eden Festival of Action, hosted by non-profit organization Green Pop. Green Pop's focus has been on the restoration of the garden route following the devastating 2017 fires. In the last 3 weeks, no less than 4,500 trees were planted. Green Pop director Misha Teasdale says they just knew they had to assist after the damaging fires had taken their terrible toll. Since 2017, they've invited people from all over South Africa and the world to join in helping to restore some of these delicate ecosystems. What a noble act indeed, and such a beautiful way to start a Monday. Well, let's find out what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
Well, let's kick it off with one of the history-making moments over this incredible sporting weekend. Tournament hosts England won the ICC Cricket World Cup for the first time in their history after a stunning sudden death super over final against New Zealand at a packed Lords in London last night. An equally momentous day in tennis's world number 1 Novak Djokovic claimed his 5th Wimbledon title after beating Roger Federer in possibly the greatest game of tennis ever played. 7-6, 1-6, 7-6, 4-6, 13-12 in the final tiebreaker in the longest Wimbledon final in the history that lasted for 4 hours and 57 minutes. Truly incredible. Then in football, Senegal have reached the 2019 African Cup of Nations final for the second time now after beating Tunisia 1-0. After extra time, they'll face Algeria, who beat Nigeria 2-1 in the second semi-final last night. And in motorsport, reigning Formula 1 champion Lewis Hamilton became the most successful driver in the history of the British Grand Prix when he took the win for a record 6th time in Silverstone yesterday. We'll delve into all of those weekend sporting highlights as the morning progresses, but you can let us know on our social media platforms, what were you watching?
Thank you, G. South Africa. Let's take a first look at your comprehensive weather across the country. But before we do that, we've asked you to send in your beautiful sunrise pictures. And Duncan Lawrence sent us this beautiful sunrise picture out from Bloemfontein. Duncan, you can expect sunny conditions today with clear skies and comfortable temperatures reaching a beautiful maximum of 21 degrees. Let's take a look at the temperatures across the country now, starting off in Polokwane with a low of 6, reaching a high of 24. And the highest temperatures in the country today, Mbombela 9 and 29. If you're out in Pretoria, 7 is your low and your high 22. Johannesburg 5 and 21. If you're in Mahikeng, 6 and 24. A cold start to the morning for Klerksdorp today, 2 your low and your high 23. Kimberley 6 reaching a high of 24. The lowest temperatures in the country, Bloemfontein with -1, your start reaching that peak of 21. Richards Bay 16 and 28 today. High humidity for Pietermaritzburg 10 reaching a max of 28. Durban, South Africa's playground, your low is 14, reaching that max of 24, nice and warm. Clear skies from Tata today, 4 and 27, your max. East London, 14, reaching a high of 21. And a northwesterly wind traveling at 15 kilometers per hour for Craddock, 4, your low, and your high is 26. If you're out in Port Elizabeth, 10 is your low, and your high 19. George, 7 and 18. A northwesterly wind traveling at 15 kilometers per hour for Sutherland, 3 is your minimum, and your maximum 18. If you're out in Cape Town, high humidity today, 8 is your low, reaching that high of 18. And high humidity for Worcester as well, 4 and 20. Springbok, 6, reaching a max of 24. And lastly, Uppington, your low is 11 and you will peak at a high of 27 today. Whatever the weather is in whatever part of the country you find yourself, make it a beautiful day.
Beautiful day
It
indeed.
is going to be a massively beautiful day.
You look gorgeous. First of all, I've heard you and Tabitha talking about your outfit for about an hour and a half this morning when the show started, but it's worth it. You look absolutely gorgeous. How exciting is this? These things always have a way of sneaking up on us. We've been talking about it, dreaming about it, guessing where the location was. Then it was revealed the magical Dutch influence of the Curaçao Island in obviously the Caribbean, which looks like the most insane and beautiful place to be. But today we meet the contestants, TIOT9. It's here.
It's all about the celebrity contestants, and we are going to introduce them to you one by one by one. Question is, do you know who they could possibly be? All that more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Do not move a muscle, and if you must, just refresh the coffee cups. We'll be right back after this.
Oh, you can make my day.
morning, family. Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, live right here on SABC3. Thank you so much for choosing to start a brand new week with us. It is all about Tropica Island of Treasure Season 9. It's here, and the excitement is all over the studio here, and you can feel it too, hopefully. And we've asked you on social media this morning to try and guess which celebrity contestants are going to be in this season of Tropica Island of Treasure. And your guesses have been coming through, some really, really interesting ones, some good ones as well. Here's Spare Lorraine saying, morning, family, have a beautiful day. Might be Maps, Boiti, Zoe Brown. We've got Shireen Abraham saying, good morning, Expresso family. Happy Monday. Love your outfits. Perfect. Thanks to Shireen. Sabelo Mkiza says, morning. It will be Nadia Nakai, Boiti, Maps Maponyani, Babes Wodumo, and of course ends it off with a couple of laughing emojis. Yeah, there have been some really interesting ones coming through as well. Kaukelo Munata says, morning, Candice Modiselle. And the question is, have you been guessing? And if you have been guessing, hopefully your guess is right, because here they are.
Well, of course, it might be the middle of winter, but this morning we are turning up the heat as we are joined by the 6 celebrity contestants who will be traveling to Curacao in the Caribbean for Tropica Island of Treasure Season 9. Now, 2 weeks ago, we announced that our very own Katlego Mabwe is once again the host of #TIOT9. And today, we are going to be revealing our 6 celebrities who you could be rubbing shoulders with on the island. Are you ready? All right, first up, drum roll, please. We have former Uzalo actor and TV presenter Casey Bia representing #Team Peach, everybody. Over here, my darling, over here. How are you? Good to see you, good to see you. All right, so our next celebrity contestant, you will know him from some of the most popular Afrikaans films. It's actor and musician Boer Bosch representing #Team Orange. Boer in the house.
Good morning.
All right, coming in at number 3, he stole the hearts of South Africans when he joined SABC1's Seli Matunzi, and you can see more of him on #TIOT9. It's none other than Sipe Sihle representing #Team Mango. Welcome, welcome. Okay, the brothers are representing indeed. All right, next up, she is one of the most popular social media influencers in South Africa, and she calls herself the content queen. Making some noise for Nadia Jafta, representing Team Red. Nadia in the house. All right, our next celebrity contestant rose to fame when she was cast on Muvango as Thuli, and she's currently on SABC3's Isidingo. It is the one and only Simpiwe Ngema, representing Team Tropica. This season is going to be flames. All right, finally, she is one of the most popular TV presenters and actresses with a large social media following. It is the gorgeous Ntando Duma, representing Team Canada. Wow, we were. Ladies and gentlemen, your celebrity contestants on Tropica Island of Treasure Season 9. Make some noise. Okay, welcome to the show, everybody. Bright and early mornings. Nadia, all the ladies, gentlemen, you're looking pretty good as well. I feel like this season is going to be absolute flames. In terms of everybody being here as well, what are you looking forward to the most? I'm going to start with the ladies. Nadia, I'm going to start off with you. You've watched Tropica Island of Treasure before, naturally, right?
Yeah.
What is your anticipation for the show?
I think I'm most excited about the people we're going to be paired up with.
Yeah.
And the challenges, definitely.
Fantastic. How about you, Kay?
Lots of sunshine.
Lots of sunshine.
Lots of Tropica.
Okay. Sipeklisha in the back there.
Definitely the prize money, because I'm definitely taking this one home.
Okay. You see, I love that. And Tando, in terms of being on an island, you guys are going to be in Curacao, all right? It's a Dutch Caribbean island, breathtaking beaches. I think we've all seen the promo, we've seen the pictures. Have you ever been to the Caribbean before? If not, any other tropical islands?
No, I've never been. Also, I'm very scared of open ocean.
Okay.
Yeah,
you might
so
not want to let them know that yet.
No, it's okay. It's absolutely fine.
I got you back.
Because I'm definitely getting the prize.
Okay.
I'm also overcoming my fears, and it's going to be really amazing. And I don't think I've got a competition.
Oh, wow. Oh, listen. The competition is happening. Boa Bosch, how about you? Have you ever been to the Caribbean? And if not, what are you looking forward to the most?
Yeah, I've never been there. I went on Google Maps. It looks amazing. And I'm really excited to make enemies.
Yeah?
Because we're all friends now, but we all know this is going to end.
This is the thing.
The show is actually this morning here to tell you guys I actually already won.
Oh, wow.
So
They're all just playing for
bring out
spick and
the check.
boinkies.
Bring out the check, guys.
So, people, I love the fact that you are wearing green. I feel like green is the color of life. It is the color of
guys.
prosperity.
So the winner is right, chat. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
How do you plan to prosper on the island? What are you going to bring that's different to everybody else?
Fitness.
Okay.
Number one.
Nice.
And I'm a very intelligent girl, clever. So
That helps.
brains, beauty, fitness, energy, all of that.
Humility.
Great personality.
And humility.
Just, you know, just a bit of humility. Just a bit of humility.
I love it. Okay, I think this question's a no-brainer for you, Nadia, because you are Miss Island Queen. I mean, we've seen your Instagram. Have you ever visited the Caribbean, though?
I've never visited the Caribbean, no.
Okay.
I've been to the Philippines, I've been to Zanzibar, but never.
So you understand island life.
I do.
You know how to adapt.
I do. I'm a chameleon. You know,
Okay.
that's my superpower. So
I love it.
let them talk about the money. We'll see who swipes it in last minute.
Okay. Okay, I feel like you're very quiet at the back there. I feel like you're in stealth mode. Are you going to bring a lot of stealth mode to the competition?
I love that stealth mode.
Yes.
Very stealthy. Less talk, more action.
Never
Let's talk more action. Sipetlile at the back there.
Yes.
All right, so you said this competition's basically yours. You're going to win. Are you going to bring a lot of brawn to the table, or are you going to bring a lot of brains to the table?
Definitely both.
Okay.
I'm like literally competition is my thing.
Oh, wow.
I don't know he has the letter.
Brains.
Definitely a lot of brains.
That's 26 times 5.
Okay, now.
We're absolutely loving it. Okay, so in past seasons, naturally, I think one of the biggest challenges has been the ocean. That's why I have so much respect for all of you, because me in large bodies of water, it's not a thing. Anybody definitely a bit nervous when it comes to that part?
We all are.
Me. Definitely me.
So, girl, what you gonna do though?
No, I'm going to do best. Like, I'm also, as I said earlier, that I'm trying to overcome my fears. So I think this is the right opportunity to go there and actually do it.
Yeah.
And now that I'm doing it for money, it's even better, you know?
Exactly.
So we got to get the prize.
Motivation is money. That's
Birthed in
funny.
fire over there. Okay, well, I think it's going to be a fantabulous season of Tropica Island of Treasure Season 9. You're going to the Caribbean. I mean, come on. Goals, hey? And of course, the fact of the matter is you all said that you're starting off as friends now, but it is in competition and there can be only one. So you guys are going to bring it, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, we cannot wait. Well, South Africa, there you have it. Let us know who your favorite celeb on Tropica Island of Treasure Season 9 is. You can let us know on Twitter using the hashtag TIOT9. And remember to stay tuned as we are talking all things hashtag TIOT9 this morning. Do not hold back. Who is your favorite?
You know what it is? Now that the reality's sunk in, so they're going to be in the Caribbean and they're going to win hundreds of thousands of rands. I hate them all, actually. I don't like not one of them. I don't like them at all. No, they're awesome, man. What a nice balance of personalities as well. I love
The only
it.
thing I can say, though, as soon as they walked on, I thought, can you feel the heat tonight?
It is. It's going to get hectic, and I think some
things are getting hotter.
competitive people in the mix as well, which we love, man. You can let us know who's your favorite.
Yeah.
Hashtag TIOT9. It's a takeover.
And it's on. We're going to take a break now.
Get an insurance quote and stand a chance to win one of 6 Samsung S10 smartphones. Simply SMS the keyword LIFE to 31492 for a callback and quote, and you could be a winner.
feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso as we count the cost, as we let the dust settle, as we kind of take note of where we were when this Sunday went down. Two of the most momentous moments in sporting history played out yesterday. There is a brand new champion of the Cricket World Cup for the first time in their history. An incredible moment there. And of course, Wimbledon providing probably the best game of tennis that we are ever likely to see. Jeremy Harris, you're nodding your head there. Is that because you're having a minor stroke after what went down yesterday? I feel like my consciousness is fractured.
Yeah.
We were pushed to the limit, to the brink and beyond. A super over. How are you feeling after the Cricket World Cup? England champions for the first time.
I mean, I don't understand how people expect us to eat all the snacks we bought for the various sporting events, because you never got... There was one sport, then to the next sport. But I mean, in terms of the Cricket World Cup final, I don't know that the best Hollywood, scriptwriter would have been able to write that one.
241 is what they both scored. So it had to go to a super over, where the team who scores the most runs in that super over then obviously wins. If they score the same amount, then the team with the most boundaries or six then wins. So just about every variable that could have come into play. Then who do you choose to go out there to bat? And of course, man of the match, Ben Stokes, just an absolute hero. You could see the body, the mind, everything. Talk about being fractured. We've actually got that winning moment. We're going to play that out for you quickly, just to set the scene of how it all went down at the traditional home of cricket.
2 to win. Guttull's going to push for 2. They've got to go. Throw's got to go to the keeper's end. He's got it. England have won the World Cup by the barest of margins. By the barest of all margins.
By the barest of margins.
Margins.
I'm so glad they had
close.
that accent. And Martin Guptill was put in there for that super over because he's a quick runner.
Yeah.
And not even he could do it. Was it a bridge too far? How should New Zealand be feeling about getting so close?
Look, I mean, New Zealand will... I mean, the press conference afterwards, Kane Williamson, very generous in terms of his acknowledgement of the England team. But I mean, they will feel so unlucky. There was that incident in what I would call normal play, where by accident, it clipped Stokes' bat as he came back for the second run, went all the way to the boundary for 4. The 2 became a 6, and all of a sudden we had a super over.
And what an unbelievable game. I think Kane Williamson, brilliant captaincy right the way through.
Yes.
Owen Morgan, brilliant captaincy right the way through.
Absolutely.
To completely different teams. But this might be one of the best for the narrative. We've spoken about the bowlers playing a big part. Even that score, 241. We thought this was always going to be about the runs, but it wasn't. It was about great fielding, great captaincy, great bowling.
Great
What
bowling.
An incredible World Cup.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that it was a great advert for the game. I mean, I think we'd seen scores of 300 plus leading up to it. And so 241, you're thinking there's never going to be enough.
I thought it was game over, honestly.
It's over. But, I mean, they put so much pressure on the English batsmen, the New Zealanders did, and it made it close and exciting and tight. And from a neutral's perspective, great to watch.
Absolutely amazing. I think from a neutral's perspective as well, as we shift lanes now, and we're going to take a while to absorb that cricket, I think, partly because of the Proteas performance in it, but just it was a fantastic advertisement for cricket. But we stay in the UK and we travel across to the grass courts of the Old English Club that probably will be I think the ultimate moment in tennis. And we say for the neutral, there were very few neutrals watching the Wimbledon men's final as two of the greatest players of all time did battle. Roger Federer up against the guy who probably knocked him off his throne in terms of Wimbledon. He's beaten him 3 times before. Novak Djokovic is the Wimbledon champion for a 5th time. Were you a neutral going? Could you be a neutral going into that match?
No, look, I'm going to tell you that I'm a Roger Federer fan through and through.
Like every single other person.
But I mean, again, we talk about great adverts for the sport. I mean, we've just seen it from the cricket, and again for the tennis. And again at the press conference afterwards, I love to hear the reaction. Roger Federer goes, "Yeah, I'm 37, but I'm not done yet," and I mean that's fantastic.
Neither of them look anywhere close to being done. As long as Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic, that holy trinity, exists together, there is no other male player coming close to the kind of tennis that they're playing. When you look at the ability, the shot selection, and what they were able to pull out when up against the wall, I think Federer's second serve, absolutely amazing. Maybe a few unforced errors coming into it, but Djokovic's fight, his heart throughout that match, I actually turned to a Djokovic man before the end of the match.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't blame you, because you know what? He's had so much to come back from, not only in that particular game, but just in recent months and years. So, I mean, there's so much that has worked against him, and to be firstly in the final, well done. But then 13-12, excuse me, in the fifth set.
The longest ever Wimbledon final ever, and obviously they changed the rules, so they had to tie up at 12 games apiece in the final set before going to the actual tiebreaker, which played into Djokovic's hands, obviously winning every tiebreak in the match. An incredible performance. And very lastly, Serena Williams. Have we seen the last of Serena? Simona Halep played probably the best game of tennis any woman has ever played, certainly in her career.
Look, I hope we haven't seen the last of Serena Williams. I think that I'd like to think that she's got more to offer. I think that on the day she was beaten by the better player. I think Simona Halep put a little bit more into it, and there was a little bit more, insider that she wanted to put out on court, and she did, and she won, and well done to her.
Can she bounce back and win another Serena Williams, one of the greatest champions of all time, undoubtedly. And of course, plenty more drama to cover. We're going to get Jeff Coetzee, the South African connection, of course, coaching on the doubles circuit. Had an unbelievable weekend as well. We'll bring him in to do a bit of an assessment as well. But Jeremy Harris, man, well done for surviving this weekend, my brother.
Yeah, I'm going to lie down now.
I think I'm going to just stay here for the rest of the show. You can let us know who you supporting. Who were you supporting over the weekend's dramatic sporting action?
Well, all the sporting action, and now a chance for you to win big, because for any fan of the game, watching the box live from the crowd is honestly one of the most exhilarating experiences there is. And with the 2019 Rugby World Cup kicking off in Japan this September, I'm sure for every Bok in the country, any Bok fan would do anything to be there.
Oh, let me tell you, I would do anything to be there. Well, if you are a Nedbank MasterCard holder, you can win one of 9 exclusive experiences to the Rugby World Cup just by swiping, tapping or scanning your card on a purchase of 700 Rand or more. Now, the trip includes all airfare, all accommodation, day tours and tickets to some of the biggest games in the Cup, including the semi-final and the final.
Oh, you got my full attention. You got my full attention. And if that wasn't enough, you also have the chance to win this weekly Rugby World Cup hamper valued at 3,000 Rand, which includes this Rugby World Cup ball and the 2019 Bok jersey, which looks absolutely fantastic. And all you have to do is SMS Nedbank and your name to 33728, and we will have 8 of these to give away. So get SMSing.
And of course, if you're not a Nedbank card holder and you want in on all of the action, all you need to do is sign up for a Nedbank account, and you could be in the running to win that epic trip to the World Cup or win this weekly hamper. Just head to nedbank.co.za/bucket-list to find the right account for you and get signed up in no time. Remember that terms and conditions apply and can be found on expressoshow.com.
Money.
Gents, how are you feeling? Does it feel real yet? Not yet, because we've got a fake island. I know. I've been trying to picture myself in the Caribbean, and it just doesn't feel quite like where you're going to be. But let me just repeat it: 500,000. 500,000 Rand. Are you going to take your cute little flamingo with you, bro?
You know, I feel like this whole season is rigged in my advantage. I got the coolest color.
Yeah.
I got the best flavor.
Yeah.
And I got a sidekick.
Yeah.
And my radar was pretty extensive. I won't get into that now, though.
Okay.
Like my jacuzzi, they bring out a whole trailer for me on the island. You know, it's
I've heard that about you. Quite demanding. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the star of the show, so
the rest of those are just the entourage. I'm watching your face go the same color as the chameleon, bro.
He's just such a diva. It's the first time me working with these guys. They're both divas. You're great. But it's impossible to work with these guys. The technical writers, everything. There has to be a PlayStation in every hotel room.
Vazia, are you responsible for the avion? There's water everywhere we go, man. People keep bringing water, man. Is that your...
I'm bringing on the heat, man, so I don't blame them. I wanted to believe him with the flamingo thing, but for me, it's not a thing, man.
It's going to be nasty, and this is only 5 minutes into them being on screen together. Can you imagine after this entire Odyssey is done?
It's going to be rough.
After this, they're all going to hug each other and get so sweet and beautiful. That's the Tropica takeover. Hashtag Tropica Island of Treasure Season 9. TIOT9 is here. Who is your favorite celebrity contestant? You can let us know on our social media platforms. What color has got your fancy? We'll see you after the break.
Cadbury Dairy Milk shines a light on the generosity alive in each of us. Bring your old toys to any of Cadbury Dairy Milk's pop-up Little Generosity shops in major centres this winter and receive a slab of Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. Get to Cape Town's Canal Walk Little Generosity shop from the 19th of July to the 5th of August with your toys, and let's inspire a little more Cadbury Dairy Milk goodness in the world.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show live right here on SABC3. It's Expresso. And when you hear that intro music, you know what time it is. It means we are ready to dive into some really, really exciting tech talk and exciting news this week. A team of researchers at Flinders universities in South Australia, they've released what's being hailed as the first vaccine developed by an artificial intelligence. Now, here to unpack all of this development with us is our resident tech expert, Brian Smith. Brian, good morning.
Morning. Thank you very much.
What's going on in the world? Are they about to rule us? Are robots and machines?
Don't even bring it up, man.
What's going on?
Into the universe. Well, they're certainly taking one step closer. This is a massive leap forward. We know that every year, unfortunately, viruses evolve faster than we can combat them. But this kind of might be a step in the right direction, a quantum leap in the right direction. Let's start at the beginning. How was the vaccine developed exactly? How did AI play a role here? like?
Most definitely. So this is something that's really exciting. If you think about vaccines generally, what they can be called is sort of a training course for the human body, and that typically what's actually injected into your body when you receive a vaccine is a weakened form of a virus that trains your body how to respond.
To activate your immune,
your immune system, precisely. What researchers now have essentially done is that each year it normally takes a heck of a long time for researchers to actually go and develop their own vaccines, and like you say, viruses themselves can evolve all the time. Now, what these researchers have done is tasked two different artificial intelligences, firstly to come up with compounds that activate the human immune system as a virus would, and then secondly they've actually gone and manufactured drugs that would combat that exact virus.
At the same time.
At the same time.
This is just incredible. Brian, the first thing anyone thinks, and certainly me, when I hear artificial intelligence, I think, oh, it's threatening. You know, but there are lots of benefits to it, right? So what would the benefits be of having artificial intelligence in this form do what these guys are doing as opposed to traditional sort of researchers as we've known them?
Over and above just the speed that they can achieve it.
Definitely. So I think to your point about being terrifying, I think this is a really good example of the potential we can unlock when artificial intelligences work alongside with human researchers. Given what I alluded to earlier, so human researchers developing vaccines can take up to decades, and like we mentioned earlier, typically viruses mutate every year. So what will happen is that, for example, this year's influenza vaccine might not be very effective next year. The key benefit here is not only the fact that now decisions made by artificial intelligences can speed up this process by about 10-fold, reducing this to just a matter of months in research. Actually, they might even be able to prevent or preempt viruses mutating, or essentially create more effective vaccines in the future.
And how to combat them, I suppose, as well. Wow.
Create super viruses themselves is what you're saying, Brian. You haven't quelled my fear at all. No, it is massive. And how soon will this become widely used? How close are we to seeing these sorts of vaccines actually used in a greater sense?
So here's the really exciting thing: is typically this kind of research takes a long time to be made manifest, but the drugs and sort of vaccines that have been made by this artificial intelligence are actually now being used in human trials all the way in the United States. So we could actually see this in development very soon. Of course, to roll this out to the rest of the world might take a couple of years, but this could be a discovery that's essentially on our doorstep.
But it has started. It has started. It's actually quite inspiring. Scary, but inspiring. The world is moving in a whole new direction. It's also exciting. Brian Smith, thank you so much for joining us. All this exciting technology news, you can find that on expressoshow.com. Let us know if any tech news in particular has caught your attention. We want to hear from you.
Thank you so much, fam. Now, in the previous season of Tropica Island of Treasure, Brendan Paper's team was the first to find the key that unlocked the treasure to that shared R1 million grand prize. Now with me on the, not couch, but on their seats, is this year's male celebrities who will be competing on the island. We've got Vazi, Bowen, and Kay. Welcome back. Give them a big Expresso round of applause. Gentlemen, let me tell you, I am so excited for your Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao experience, but let me start off with Kay. I see that you're with your flamingo. You've already built such a wonderful relationship. The two of you look good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, it's not every day we get a sidekick. A trustworthy sidekick.
Exactly.
Because we don't need them.
You don't need them.
You need it.
Our superpower.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let's talk about the moment when you got that call to be on Tropica Island of Treasure Season 9 in Curacao. What exactly went through your mind?
You know, when Clover called me and asked me to be the lead in this year's season, it was a very joyous occasion for me. On the real, though, it was really, really amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone can relate. Everyone has a Tropica moment.
Yeah.
So it was a sense of nostalgia, because I remember as a young boy, when I used to take like long distance trips on a taxi.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to buy would be literally a Tropica.
Oh, wow.
Yes, you have these ladies, these vendors coming and selling them with buckets on their head with ice and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, I can imagine now being that guy on a bottle.
That's
and all these young
amazing.
kids are gonna see me in a bottle. So every time someone picks up a Tropica, it's like,
That's pretty cool. That's a really, really wonderful, like, 360 story, you know, how it all came together for you. That's really cool. But now, we all know that Tropica Island of Treasure is all about pushing boundaries. It's all about taking things to that next level in order to, you know, take that #1 spot of winning the shared 1 million rand rather. What are you doing to make sure that you get to that #1 spot?
I'm firstly excited about the getting out of my comfort zone. I think that's where you grow as a human being the best. So this is definitely out of my comfort zone. Physically, I'm preparing. I'm working hard. I got a trainer getting this flab out of here, getting my dad bod out of here.
Turning that flab into fab.
And then emotionally, I'm working through a lot of Oprah Winfrey podcasts. I'm getting ready, guys. I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna get in here. We're gonna be friends, but I'm gonna beat you. That's what I'm doing. I'm just having so much fun. So it's awesome to be here, yeah.
Oh,
but I'm really doing the podcast stuff. It's not a joke. I really like Oprah. So
let me tell you.
Oprah's my flamingo.
It's going to be emotional, but I love what you're doing. In terms of you, Vazi, like it's also all about persistence. It's about focus. It's about hard work. What are you doing to prepare for the island?
Well, literally I'm training,
Yeah.
but I'm doing like functional training, so I'm exercising both body and mind as well.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm going to use that as an advantage, and I hope whoever I get as a partner as well is there with me on par in terms of mind and body and soul as well. Yeah.
Fabulous. Now, you know who else is with you as well is our SABC3 viewers, and not only SABC3, every viewer in South Africa. It is going to be one of the hottest shows on TV. I want to know from you, and you need to tell the audience, why do you think that you and your teammate, who you are yet to meet, deserves to win that R1 million prize?
Sure. Soulmate, teammate, if you're out there, if you're watching, real men wear pink. That's what I can say. Real men wear pink.
And then make it look good too, Boer.
The reason I think my team will win and we will win is I think we're going to do it for the mustaches. All the guys, all the ladies out there that have mustaches like me. It's us. It's our year now. Yes, it's our year now. Hashtag mustache too.
I love the fact that you add the ladies with a mustache.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they feel so left out.
Yeah.
So you're a good guy.
I've been to Russia. I'm just saying.
And you, Vazi, why do you think you deserve to win the R1 million prize?
First of all, mango peach is the best flavor. You guys should really catch on this one. If you have had a taste of the rest, it's okay, but this is the best. 2, I'm not trying to win this alone, and that's why the other half of the money is going towards charity. So for me, that's my part of giving back.
Oh, hello. That's amazing.
Yeah.
We will hold him to that.
I'm doing my part.
We will hold him to. Please disclose the name of the charity organization.
I just want to say, me and Kay started a charity. We started a charity called Bower and Kay. Just check it out. SMS. What's the number again? 1275. You can donate money to charity.
I love it. Well, there you have it, the 3 male celebrities who will be competing for the Smooth Grand Prize. Tell us on Twitter by using hashtag TIOT9 who you would like to team up with on the island of Curacao in the Caribbean. And of course, remember to keep an eye out from the 1st of August for the gold bottles in store with entry details on how you can join these fun people in paradise.
Presenter Search on 3 is back.
And this year we're hunting for 2 new faces on the Expresso Morning Show.
Do you have what it takes to join South Africa's award-winning breakfast team?
Then record a video telling us what makes you unique and what you would bring to the show.
It's the start of a brand new day on your feel-good breakfast show Expresso on SABC3.
Post your clip on Instagram using the hashtag PresenterSearchOn3 and we'll find you.
And don't forget to introduce yourself and tell us which city you live in.
If your entry is successful, you'll be contacted and invited to audition in front of a panel of judges.
We're looking for creativity.
We are looking for personality.
And above all, we're looking for new members to join our family. So show us everything you've got.
Closing date is midnight on Wednesday, the 31st of July, so get those entries in now.
This is your time to shine with Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, only on SABC3.
The stage is yours.
Birthday medicine, God teaches blessings on your 3rd birthday from Uncle Carl, Mom, Dad.
birthday to you. Hey, when you hear this tune, you know what time it is. Welcome back to it. It's time for us to celebrate your birthdays here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Hopefully you're getting all that feel good coming through. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday. If you've sent in a dedication and a wish for your loved one, we might just be reading it out right now.
Exactly. Let's start off with a very sweet 16 birthday. This one going to Jamien. And Jamien, your birthday wish is may God bless and keep you many, many more years to come. Enjoy your day. This is from your mom, Jonathan, Cohen, Amber, and Tyrese. Happy 16th birthday,
Look
Jamien.
at the swag on Jamien. Happy birthday.
Also, a very happy first birthday to Jessie. Your family says, may God bless you with many more years, grant you the desires of your heart. Thank you for being a blessing in our lives. Lots of love from Daddy, Mommy, and brother Joshua. How cute is Jessie?
Happy birthday, Jessie. Here's Eli. Happy second birthday to my baby boy, Eli. May God bless you abundantly and many more years to come. May your cup be filled with love and joy. Stay the little cute handsome boy that you are. This is from Mommy, Semi, Daddy, Nico, and your brother Nahum. And we've also got another birthday here. Second birthday. Second birthday celebration to the beautiful princess child Kiara Isaacs. Your family loves you a whole lot. This is from Mama, Michelle, and Andrea, as well as Martin. They love you.
I love that. How about this next birthday wish going out to none other than Chucky? This one says, hope you have a wonderful day. Lots of love from your beloved partner, Chucky's bride. I love that.
Oh, wow.
Bride of Chucky.
Man.
The next birthday wish is going out to none other than Laika, who turns 17 years old today. Laika Hutton, may God bless you with many, many, many more years for the great person you are. From Jasmine, your mom.
It's also Braden's happiest birthday today. And the message says, I would like to wish Braden a very happy birthday. Enjoy your second birthday. Love, Mommy, Daddy, and Oma. Happy birthday, Braden. Here's one for Musa as well. Happy birthday to Musa Zondi, who's turning 14 years old today. Mom loves you, my first, from Garankuwa out in Pretoria.
And then apparently the next one needs to be read out by you.
Oh, yes, it says, ooh. I'm going to increase my prices here for special requests. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Leanne Gounden, who turns 26 years old today. Oh, Angel, may you be blessed always and may all your wishes come true. I love you the mostest. This is from your sister Jen, your nephew Brad, and your fiance Uresh, as well as the rest of the family. Leanne, happy birthday.
What is it about the Leannes? The cuties?
Yeah, like all the Leannes in this country just can't get enough of me. I don't know. It's just like always just, you know.
Oh my gosh, you didn't know. It's like, stop dreaming there, buddy. Okay, how about this one? Madison is turning 3 years old today, and we've got a very, very special video message for her. Roll the message.
Happy birthday, Madison. God teaches blessings on your third birthday from Uncle Carl, Mom, Dad, Nana, Granddad, and Auntie Kim. I hope you have a lovely day further and that you stay blessed. I love you, my sweetheart. Enjoy your day.
Happy birthday. Awesome. That is just the cutest. So
I know
sweet.
Kyle. Why is Kyle so quiet in that video? Because usually he's like quite loud.
Yeah, he's the loudest person, we know, actually.
Because this is on the TV. All right. And then finally, we have a very happy 22nd birthday going to Lulu Tlamini.
Hey, happy birthday, Lulu Tlamini.
Happy birthday, Lulu Tlamini.
Happy birthday. Well, that's it. A wrap of our birthday dedications for this morning. Listen, if you have a loved one celebrating their birthday and you want them to be put on here, you're more than welcome to send in special requests. If you want Leanne or myself or anyone ready to read it out, send those through to birthdays@cardova.tv. We'll put them on. You can also send us a WhatsApp. Leanne, do you remember that WhatsApp number? It's 0. Do you know the number?
071 640 6551. That number again, 071 640 6551. And next time when you get someone to request a birthday wish, make sure they know where your wishes go to.
I was testing you.
Of course you were. You didn't know.
Can't even see who's on that side of the studio. The shade is just so dark there. I just can't see through the lights. Chino, you are in the light. Step into the light, my friend. Of course, a massive weekend in motorsports as well. Britain was the centre of the sporting universe over the weekend. Lest we forget, one of the greatest, if not a future GOAT, Lewis Hamilton got his 6th win at Silverstone, breaking a record there, back on top. But drama, wheel-to-wheel drama throughout. Critics and neutrals, I've been saying the neutral because this is the weekend for the neutral. Everyone's saying that this is probably the race of the season. How are you feeling about Silverstone, bro?
This might have been one of the races of Formula One's history.
Wow.
This was honestly one of the best races I've ever seen. In fact, if I owned Formula One, I would be tearing my hair out trying to work out why it's not like this every single weekend. Because if it was, Formula One would be one of the biggest sports in the world.
I'm going to say, as a neutral again, that this season of Formula One has really turned me around because there's subtext within each team, within the levels on the podium, the finishes of every race, the drama of each individual track. For me, it's serving up a lot of spice. What made this the best race for you? Why was this so competitive and crazy, man?
I actually don't know when the commentators breathed during this race because they were totally breathless for the entire sprint. So basically, Hamilton and Bottas' first 4 laps absolutely went for each other. And you've got to give kudos to the Mercedes team for letting their drivers really race.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
And then Hamilton eventually got the better of him. Bottas did finish second, which he'll be happy with, although he did qualify on pole, so he won't be entirely happy because he did have a shot at winning. But really where the race was and what will be remembered throughout going into the future is Leclerc versus Verstappen. That was some of the best wheel-to-wheel racing I have ever watched in any motorsport. And the thing is, these guys are sitting in cars worth $1 million each, driving them like they're, in the Polo Cup in PE. Wheel to wheel,
men as well. This is the future of motorsport.
Yeah.
But there was a particular moment, Vettel and Verstappen. I'm going to, before I ask you to narrate and take us through it, take a look at exactly what went down.
Damon's going for it on Sebastian Vettel. He pulls out late once again, and he's got the job done. Going into Stowe, where Valtteri Bottas has pulled off some great moves. Oh no! Sebastian Vettel's gone into Max Verstappen. And under braking,
yeah, that's not gone well.
He just can't slow it down.
That's not gone well for anybody. So essentially.
Together. This is how Verstappen got past Sebastian.
Okay, there we go. So what's going down here, man? What's going down?
So I'd just like to point out, at the beginning of that clip, Verstappen is doing 335 k's an hour.
So he's going quite slowly.
Yeah, so he's on the move. Basically what happened there is essentially 2 overtakes. Then into the second corner, into the second apex, Vettel's already committed, but he's not judging Verstappen's braking zone properly. So Verstappen's hard on the brakes. A Formula One car stops incredibly quickly.
Instantaneously.
And Vettel misjudges it even maybe by 2 meters straight into the back of him, and both of them were extremely lucky to be able to rejoin the race and finish.
It almost seems impossible, quite frankly.
Yeah,
but
because they're very
stuff.
fragile cars as well, and you can see, I mean, Verstappen takes off there. Normally in any other situation, he would have probably snapped his suspension, and he managed to actually rejoin.
Vettel sitting all alone, eating lunch all alone. No one wants to sit at Vettel's table anymore.
Yeah.
But it's got to be about Hamilton. It's got to be about extending it in front of his home crowd, an incredible legacy at the British Grand Prix.
It'll mean a lot to him. He is British, of course. This is his home Grand Prix. The crowd went absolutely nuts for him, and they'll be very proud. He sets the record for the most wins by a British driver as well at the home Grand Prix, so he'll love that. Another record to add to his tally. He also got fastest lap this race on the last lap as well, so it just shows you how hard he pushes for the entire race. He really is. He's incredible at that, and he is as well. Not only will this race go down in history, but Hamilton undoubtedly will as well.
Where to next?
We're off to Germany, the Hockenheim Ring. It's been a circuit since 1938. Can you believe that? And Sebastian Vettel last year set the fastest lap ever on that circuit in a Ferrari. So it does look like it'll favour the Ferraris a little bit, and that'll be great for the sport again.
What is boring? What is boring about Formula One? Absolutely incredible stuff. Are you still sitting with Hamilton as our winner? Is he going to be able to be caught this season, do you think?
So he's 100 points ahead of Vettel. You get 25 points for a win. So he's 4 clear victories ahead of Vettel. this is the halfway point of the season. I don't think Vettel's coming back.
Oh, I see a little twist in the tail, my friend. But take a look at all of those sub-dramas playing out as well. Formula One giving a very good account of itself this year. Likewise, my brother over here. Well done, man.
Thank you, Graham.
Really exciting stuff. Just another highlight in an incredible weekend of sport. We're saying Britain was the place to be over the weekend. I just imagine all those guys watching the motorsport with their phones on, watching the cricket, with their girlfriend's phone, watching the tennis. An incredible weekend of sport. Really emotionally invested, I think, like everyone else. But you can let us know who was your champion of this amazing, this history-making sporting weekend.
In the national news this morning, Police Minister Bheki Cele has confirmed that soldiers have arrived in the Western Cape ahead of their deployment in various communities on the Cape Flats. Cele was addressing the community of Philippi East, where 11 people were murdered last week. 2 others were killed in Hanover Park. Cele would not divulge much detail about their deployment, as not to forewarn criminals about the plans of Operation Prosper. He did, however, reveal that more than 144 suspects had been arrested since Thursday morning, including 5 police officers. A reward of 25,000 rand has been set by the city of Johannesburg for anyone who could come up with information that could lead to the arrest of the suspect who allegedly broke into the office of the city council's chief whip, Kevin Wax. Johannesburg Metro Police have since released a video of the suspect carrying items allegedly stolen from the offices of Wax and his deputy on Friday night. Officials say the possibility of an inside job cannot be ruled out. Now moving further abroad, Google has announced that it would update its Google Translate's camera translation feature to add 60 additional languages, as well as automatic detection. Now the app now has over 10 African languages, including Swahili, Zulu, Malagasy, Chichewa, Sesotho, Somali, Xhosa, Shona, Amharic and Afrikaans. How the feature works is that it translates foreign text in real time using the phone's camera when it's pointed at an image with words by automatically detecting the language. The new updates are available, The new updates are available on the Google Translate app. At least 37 people were injured on board an Air Canada flight after the plane hit severe turbulence and had to make an emergency landing. The plane, a Boeing 777, was carrying 284 passengers and crew and traveling from Vancouver to Sydney, but was diverted to Hawaii. 30 people were taken to hospital in Honolulu, which 9 had severe injuries. Passengers reported the cabin being bloodied and dented from passengers hitting the ceiling of the aircraft. Oxygen masks were released and service trolleys overturned during the incident. And then finally, for a former NASA intern, a recording of the lunar landing 50 years ago could yield a giant leap for a return for his investment. Now, Gary George came across the original videotapes capturing the Apollo 11 lunar landing at a government surplus auction while working at the NASA Johnson Space Center in 1973. He paid $217 for the tapes with 2 hours and 24 minutes of recording. They include Neil Armstrong's famous words, "That's one small step for man, but one giant leap for mankind." This weekend, these tapes could fetch $2 million, says Sotheby's, who is auctioning the tapes to mark the 20th anniversary of the 1969 moon landing. Truly a giant financial leap for Gary George. Well, let's take another look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
What an unbelievable weekend of sports. As the dust settles, let's dive right into our Cricket World Cup, where tournament hosts England won the ICC Cricket World Cup for the first time in history after a stunning sudden death super over against New Zealand at a packed Lord's in London last night. So after both sides scored 241 runs in their 50 overs, the final was decided in a thrilling super over. England scoring 16 runs from 6 balls, with the Kiwis needing 2 runs to win from the final the ball, and ultimately New Zealand batsman Martin Guptill only managing to score 1 run before being run out. So this is the Black Caps' second consecutive final defeat, and obviously the first title for England. Then we stay in the UK for more history-making drama. World number 1 Novak Djokovic claimed his 5th Wimbledon title after beating Roger Federer 7-6, 1-6, 7-6, 4-6, 13-12 in the longest ever Wimbledon final in history, and that lasted 4 hours and 57 minutes. So the Wimbledon men's singles final was settled by a final set tiebreak for the first time in the tournament's history. Now, while in the women's draw, a very one-sided affair, Romania's Simona Halep beat Serena Williams to win her first ever Wimbledon title in straight sets, 6-2, 6-2 in just 55 minutes on Saturday. Then in football, Senegal reached the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations final for the second time. That was after beating Tunisia 1-0 after extra time. And they will now face Algeria, who beat Nigeria 2-1 in the second semi-final last night. Tunisia's Dylan Bron handed Senegal the win and a spot in the final after he scored an own goal after extra time. While Man City's Riyad Mahrez never kept quiet, scored a stunning free kick in stoppage time to help Algeria advance to that final to be played on Friday night at 9 p.m. And then wrapping up with motorsport, reigning Formula One champion Lewis Hamilton became the most successful driver in the history of the British Grand Prix. That was when he took the win for a record 6th time at Silverstone yesterday. Valtteri Bottas made it yet another 1-2 for Mercedes, finishing ahead of Ferrari's Charles Leclerc, an incident involving Red Bull's Max Verstappen and Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel. So both riders go off track, with Vettel receiving a 10-second penalty. And that's where we leave our sport for now.
Thank you so much, Graham. Let's take a look at your roads this morning. Starting off in Gauteng, out in Bedford View, there has been an accident on the N12 eastbound. That's before Edenvale Road. The left lane is obstructed, so please do keep a lookout for this and pay attention this morning. And if you are in the Western Cape, in Delft, on the R300 southbound, there are animals obstructing the road. That's before Stellenbosch Arterial Road. The left shoulder is blocked, so please approach with caution. And off to the trains, there is an overhead electrical problem between Netreg and Bonteheuvel, impacting Chris Honey and Captain's Clip train service. All Captain's Clip trains are temporarily cancelled from Cape Town. And that's where we leave it for now.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
And now we take another look at your weather today. But before we do that, we take a look at a beautiful picture, because we have asked you to send in a stunning sunrise picture, and our regular photographer, Gary Okamp, woke up very early this morning to send us this spectacular sunrise all the way from East London. Gary, you can expect mainly sunny conditions with temperatures that are not as warm as the day before, reaching a maximum of 21 degrees. And now we take a look at the temperatures across the country, starting off in Polokwane with a low of 6 and a high of 24. Coming through with the highest temperatures in the country, in Mbombela, your low is 9, reaching a high of 29. Pretoria, 7 and 22. Johannesburg, 5, your low and your high 21. Mahikeng, 6, reaching a max of 24. A cold start to the morning for Klerksdorp, 2 is your low, reaching a high of 23. Kimberley, 6 and a high of 24. The lowest temperatures in the country today, Bloemfontein, -1, that's where you start off, peaking at a max of 21. Richards Bay, 16 and 28. If you're out in Pietermaritzburg, high humidity for you today, 10 and 28. In Durban, 14, reaching a max of 24. Clear skies for Mthatha today all day long, 4 your low and your high 27. East London 14 and 21. Northwesterly winds traveling at 15 kilometers per hour today for Craddock. 4 is your low and your high is 26. Port Elizabeth 10, reaching a high of 19. George 7 and 18. And if you're out in Sutherland, you've got northwesterly winds traveling at 15 kilometers per hour. Your low is 3 and your high 18. High humidity in the mother city, Cape Town, 8 and 18. If you're in Worcester, also you can expect some high humidity there. 4 reaching a max of 20. Springbok 6 reaching a high of 24. And lastly, Uppington, your low today is 11, reaching highs of 27 degrees. A beautiful day across the board in South Africa. Remember, we want to see those beautiful sunrise pictures. Make sure you send those through to us on Facebook. It's Expresso Morning Show, SABC3, using that hashtag Expresso Show.
Well, we are talking all things hashtag TIOT9 this morning. We have met all of the incredible celebrity contestants, and now it is time to put them through their paces. Of course, we know that the smooth, fun challenges on the island is what makes Tropica Island of Treasure so fun to watch and so fantastic. And this morning, we have decided to split the girls from the boys into two groups to put them through a series of unique challenges to see how competitive they really are. So Vazi, Boer and Kay are up first, and of course we are talking about the bottle cap challenge that has been so viral and so much fun on social media. It's been trending of late with people across the world trying it out, and this morning we want to see if the boys have what it takes to get rid of that bottle cap. So in front of them they will have a half full Tropica bottle. They will have to try to flip the bottle cap off without using their hands. Now, the most popular way to do it, of course, is by using your foot in a spinning roundhouse kick. And the contestants can choose one of the girls to hold the bottle for them, but the very first contestant to get it off in the least amount of tries is the winner. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to get 3 tries. The one to use the least amount of tries is going to be the winner today. Kay, you're up first. Who is going to be your partner in crime this morning?
Who do I like the least? Just in case I get someone's face. Sorry.
Milking this so much.
Dando Tum.
Okay, Dando, you can come and help the teammate out. There is your half bottle of Tropica. Tando, you're going to hold it for him. Which side would you like it to stand? Okay.
Here.
All right.
Just a quick briefing.
Just a quick briefing. Oh, yeah.
Can I move and stand? Yeah, safety first.
All right, the other guys are moving away. They're afraid of that spinning roundhouse kick. Okay, Kay, I'm going to count you down, all right? Making sure the flamingo is nicely perched on his chair. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so that was try number 1, done and dusted.
Can we try it with post?
All right, try number 2, and action. Oh, wow.
Not even with the hands.
All right, try number 3.
Team Pink.
Wow, that was
Flamingo-y. That is Team Peach, guys.
Okay.
Team Peach.
Boer, you are up next. Who is going to be your partner in crime?
Nadia, let's do this.
Okay, your bottle you can take with you there.
Take this nonsense away.
I think the super glue in my bottle, it was rigged against me.
You can stand this side. I'm going to keep you this side.
The super glue in the bottle just came everyone at home.
Okay. All right, Boer and Nadia. Here we go.
There we go.
All right, Boer, I'm going to count you down. You have 3 tries. Your first one starting now.
I'm not going to do the spinning kick because I know Vazi won't be able to do it, so I'm just going to do the good old-fashioned. Sorry, I thought this was a safe space, guys.
Okay.
Laughing at. Why are you laughing?
Number 2.
Nice. Thank you.
Beautiful. 2 tries for Boer, but he eventually got his bottle cap off. Vazi, it is left to you. Can you get that cap off in 1 try? The first go.
Mango Peach, here we go. Simpiwe, do you mind?
Simpiwe, it's just you. You got this.
My lady.
Oh, wow, such a gentleman.
Oh, cute.
All right, try number 1.
Believe in you.
In 3,
Go, Vazi.
2, 1, go.
I see it. Go, Vazi.
Wow.
Wait, I think this thing.
Wait, after all of that. Are you serious?
Cool.
You better get it this time.
Wow.
I should have been dead. No, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
try.
You suck. No, never mind. No, that's it. Bye.
Okay, Kay's got you. In 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the person with the winner, having tried the least amount of times to get the bottle cap, Boer Bosch, everyone! Congratulations! He had tries left over. You guys used all of your tries. Wonderful stuff.
But I thought we were going to fix it in post-edit.
No. There's no fixing anything in post here. Yeah, this
I
is
need
live.
special
This is
effects for
live.
mine. My first one was good. Just needs special effects. So
What I want to know from UK, is this a reflection of what we're going to see on the island?
yeah.
Pretty much.
I can't give away all my trade secrets.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I have to downplay it a bit.
Yeah.
So I need to give them confidence as well.
Okay.
And you know, since Vaz is a philanthropist and he's giving away 250,000 from his winnings, I need to make him feel good, you know?
Oh, no, he's correcting you there?
We're getting $1 million. 500,000 for me and my people, and then 500,000 to charity.
What show is he entering?
I don't know if they explain to Vazi what's going to happen.
What show is he
But you're
entering?
giving away 250,000 rand of your money.
I am. Fine, friend. At least he's a pretty face. At least he's beautiful. Yeah, at least he's
Remember
beautiful.
that you two can stand a chance to join these three handsome gentlemen in Curacao in the Caribbean by entering hashtag TIOT9. Now, in the meantime, let us know who your favorite male contestant is. Tell us on Twitter by using the hashtag TIOT9. Stay tuned to find out more about the smooth island life just here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Oh, there's a happy charity out there.
I was just getting nothing.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Sasco, baking together since 1930.
We all know that there is nothing like freshly baked bread. So why not try your hand at the Sasco Mediterranean bread recipe with Jenny Morris, our absolute favorite in the Expresso kitchen and your kitchen at home this morning. Whether you make them over the coals, which sounds amazing, or in the oven, it's going to be a hit and certainly bring people closer together as we break the bread. That's what it's all about.
Darling.
Jenny Morris, you are a genius. We know this. It has been proven time and time again in our kitchen, but it's your flavour palette. I don't even know if that's the right term.
It's a palette of flavours.
It's a palette of flavours, but you hit the mark every single time. And obviously, working alongside Sasco of 80 years of history and this incredible understanding of bread, it's an amazing thing. So this is a match made in heaven.
Absolutely. I mean, how can you dispute 80 years of excellence?
I know you've only been in the industry just for a couple of years.
79 of those 80 years.
Being so young and gorgeous. When I talk about the Top Bakers program, just quickly before we delve into our beautiful Mediterranean bread. You've obviously inspired a lot of people through that, but how inspiring was that for you to be a part of the Sasco Top Bakers program?
It's amazing because what that has done actually for me, it's like a sort of igniting a fire in you. It kind of gets your juices flowing again, your creative juices, because there are so many people out there that are intimidated by baking.
It intimidates me. Cooking, I'm fine. Baking, I'm like, whoa,
no. You just have to make sure that you've got a packet of Sasco in your kitchen, and it happens. Honestly, if you follow a method, if you can read, you can cook. And follow a method to a recipe, you cannot go wrong. So I'm happy that this program exists, so people can scrap their stuff.
I love it. We've got a delicious recipe. Let's jump right on it. Yep. You've got some gorgeous dough here. I've seen plenty dough in my time in this kitchen.
I like this kind of dough, and I like that kind of dough.
A little extra dough this morning. So where do we start with creating a good dough for a pizza
start
kind of
off
bread?
with good flour, obviously. So we take 4 cups of Sasco flour. And what's nice is I might need to add flour afterwards. We'll just see as the program goes along with the kneading. I use instant yeast, okay? So we've got 4 cups of Sasco flour. Come and stand and put the yeast in. Don't be such a lazy boy. Hey, darling.
You have to learn. So this is the yeast, first of all, just to show my prowess in the kitchen.
And some sugar to make that yeast grow.
Okay.
How about some salt?
To activate it.
Yeah.
How much salt are you wanting?
Just stick it all in.
All of it?
Yes, it's all been measured nicely for us. And we're going to also add a little bit of oil.
Okay.
Once we've started using the water, because what the oil does is it just enriches it. You know, you could use melted butter too, but we're going Mediterranean, so a nice bit of that.
Bit of oil.
Now, we want to stir.
Okay. I'm doing it.
There you go. See, Sasco gives you muscles.
Some push-ups before we started doing this. So when you say kind of you can add water as you go, what's the rule of thumb?
The rule of thumb is that you shouldn't put all the water in at the same time. And when you're adding, 2 things can hurt the dough.
Okay.
If you put hot water onto your yeast, because it's a living thing, she's going to die, then you make flatbreads. Okay. This is all good. You put lovely Mediterranean, Middle Eastern toppings on it.
Yeah, then we go kind of Turkish.
Absolutely.
Vibe, yeah?
And then, here we go. I'm going to give you some more because I can see it needs it. And
look at that.
You must make sure that your yeast is fresh. So check your sell-by dates. I love instant yeast. I think that's what made everybody want to bake bread. Now, it certainly brought me alive when it comes to baking bread.
Instant yeast, yeah. And I suppose that you want to kind of know that you're sticking to a tradition, but you also kind of need to live in a modern world with modern time pressures and such.
Yeah. Hoid at 8. I'm going to put a little bit of flour. You need to dust the surface because it is quite wet. So here's a bit of that.
Okay.
Nice. You can even add your oil to your warm water. It's tepid water. Warm, room temperature, yeah.
Okay.
And let's throw that out.
I'll just plonk this all out.
Yes.
This seems like a very intuitive process for you. You kind of look at it, you touch it, you feel it out. How long did it take you to master the bread?
You know what? It's all about the dough and how you feel the dough. And the whole idea here is to incorporate. You want to get all of that flour into. You can see it's already nice and soft. It's already starting to happen. Roll it around. You want to do the dance with me? Let's roll that dough, baby. That's my boy.
It's a figure of 8, actually. If you were learning the rumba, this would be a fantastic opportunity.
And also you want to just push it away and bring it back. You want to work the gluten in the dough. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
And I want see that elasticity is already kicking in. Yeah.
And that stretching, it's like a stretch class, it's very good for your back and also for the dough, is to activate the gluten.
It's a living thing. This is
absolutely.
Your dough is a living, beautiful thing. Look at that.
She's gorgeous. Okay. And then we're going to pop it into a nice little bowl, oiled. And what happens is it will go into a warm place and rise to twice its size. That's important.
All right, and then we arrive at this gorgeous little piece of dough. So look, we've given a lot of love. We spent a lot of time loving our dough. We're going to have to race through our beautiful toppings here.
Yeah, let's do this thing.
Oh, look at that.
You see, it's beautiful and it's wet.
How long does it need to get to this kind of beautiful?
Double in size.
Okay.
That's the most important thing. It's just to have it twice its size. So choose your bowl well. You can see this is a small amount of dough, so don't choose a basin.
Yeah.
You know, we want to get 8 balls out of this. Now, because it's artisanal and you're making it yourself, your balls don't have to be equal in size.
We call it rustic. It's got to have a rustic look.
It's rustic. Here's a little tip as well. You can use a rolling pin, but you know what? I like to press them out with my hand. Okay. Just use your hands like this. And of course, as your dough rises and the heat gets to it, it becomes very, very easy to manipulate. So we've got feta cheese, we've got mozzarella, is going to give it the stringy.
That's beautiful.
The feta is going to give
texture.
it the texture. We're going to just take a little bit of that and pop that down.
That's right.
And then what we do is you just spread it. Look at that. Yeah?
Oh, when you run... There we go.
Thank you very much. Listen, I'm a handy girl. I don't like doing dishes. I don't like dishes.
You're like MacGyver, the way that you can reimagine utensils. I love it.
And then some of that.
That is super cute. How long in the oven once we've created? And I suppose you can get creative with your toppings and the kinds of things that are going into it.
It can take 20 minutes. It can take 25 minutes. Depends on the size.
Okay.
These little ones here will take about 20 to 25 minutes because it's a real little dinner.
That is gorgeous. So while we're going to put the finishing touches on our beautiful little pizza rolls, our Mediterranean pizza bread, which looks spectacular, let's take you through a blow-by-blow of how we arrived at this gorgeous final result.
There is nothing like freshly baked bread. We guarantee that this Sasco Mediterranean bread recipe, whether you make it over the coals or on a braai or in the oven at home, will be a hit no matter the occasion. To get started, place 4 cups Sasco cake wheat flour, 2 teaspoons salt, 4 teaspoons sugar, 10 grams of instant yeast into a bowl and make a well in the center. Then add 1 tablespoon oil and 3/4 of 400 ml lukewarm water and mix to form a soft dough. Add a little more water if need be. If it is too wet, add a small amount of Sasco cake wheat flour. Knead the dough until it's smooth and elastic to the touch for about 15 minutes. Place the dough back into the bowl and oil the top. Cover with a clean cloth and place it in a warm place to rise to twice its size. Once the bread dough has proved, punch it down and divide into 8 portions. Roll each portion into a thin circle. Spread sun-dried tomato pesto into the base. Top with crumbled feta and grated mozzarella cheese. Dot with basil pesto and roll up. Sprinkle a little Sasco cake wheat flour onto them and bake in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes. Filled with tasty pesto, feta and mozzarella cheese, this braai bread will be a surefire winner. In fact, it will be tempting to tuck into them before they've cooled down.
Oh, and voila, we have our beautiful end result. But these guys look like they're well on their way. Just a dramatic little flower bay over there. I love the fact that we are taking something that's quite traditional. People kind of might know these recipes, but you're flipping the script, and that's what the Sasco Top Bakers Group is all about, getting creative.
Be creative, because normally you'd use cheese and sliced tomato.
I eat all of these, and I'm not even joking. I might even eat all of those all together. It looks absolutely amazing. You are a superstar. We love you because we love your food. We love what you bring to the table, and I think this partnership with Sasco is going to bring many, many delights into our kitchen. So thank you so much for bringing this slice of Mediterranean heaven. And if you would like this delicious recipe sent directly to you, you've got to SMS the keyword Sasco to 33728. We'll send you a link to the recipe and a comprehensive ingredients list. Then it's up to you to start creating. And of course, we've taken a bit of a recap on how easy it was to make it. But now, of course, you have the opportunity to increase your skills even more. So yes, the good news is 11 lucky couples stand a chance to win a morning of baking heaven themselves. That's with Sasco and Jenny Morris. That's right, on the 27th of July. We will be hosting 11 viewers and their partner of choice, people who have to be really special, at Jenny's cooking school in Cape Town, where she will teach them how to get the best dough absolutely beyond a doubt using our Sasco flour. And to be eligible for selection, you've got to like and comment on the Expresso Facebook page competition post. That's where you start. And you've got to tell us why you'd want to take part. Make it a really good motivation, because I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of entrants. And you can find all of the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. Get entering, get flouring, get elastic. Start working on those kitchen skills. Jenny, thank you so much.
Thank you,
I've learned a huge amount, and I really wish you guys at home all the best of luck. This is going to be a real treat for me right now as I eat one.
Sasco, baking together since 1930.
Now, we know that owning your own business is no easy career. And when it comes to lending a helping hand and taking your business skills to that next level, the Grandpa Spaza Academy is here to help.
And this morning we catch up with Spaza shop owner Teresa Sibutuma to see just how the academy has made a difference in her life and for her business.
What exactly is a Spaza shop? A Spaza shop is an informal convenience store usually run from home, selling a variety of household items. But what does it really take to run a successful Spaza shop business in the heart of a township? This is the story of Teresa Sibutuma.
My name is Teresa Sibutuma. I'm from Limpopo, but I started to stay here in Alexander in 1991. Business it in 1991, we ran a batswadi baka, and then nna ka starta mo ka 1993 mo bona go still run a business. Re thomile rickshaw di sweets, di zimba, di biscuits, and then ra go ntse go ya ga nyane ra thoma go reka bo di fish, marotho, bo di cold drinks until business e gola go fitlha more townshipping ya ka batho ba ka ba important to gonna because my customer are the king, and then ntle le bona nka se kgone ba le business e. Reason ya ka gore ke join Spaza Academy ke gore be ke nyaka go learna more and le go tseba gore na batho ba ba face na jwang ga ba na le mathata mo di business tsa bona, and then it nthusitse too much ka gore ke be ke sa tsebe how to record. From there ke le ka learna gore okay ge ke nyaka go recorda stock saka ke be ke dira jwang, be ke no ngwala fela dilo ke tsia chelete ke berekisha to other side in my personal thing mo le gore ke felletsa ke ja profit ya stock. Ke experience tse dilo tse dintsi go na le ntwe ba ileng ba ntruta yona gore go nyaka go ba le di custom mo shopong ya gago tshwantse o treat di custom tsa go ga botse. Ge custom e nyaka selo o ska no ignore, always make sure gore go sa ga e tla e thola ntwe e nyaka. Ke ntwe ke experience too much more Grandpa Spaza Academy. And then now ke khona le ke lenne le go record a stock ke khonne le go reka le go tshore se nrutile gore ga o rana business go be le chelete e leng gore mo a e beya ye leng gore o te berekisha for dilo tse leng gore o nyaka go increase mo stockong sa gago, and then le chelete e leng gore ke personal money e leng gore ka khona go berekisha for dintho tsa go tsa go ntlong le chelete ya stock.
It's with the right training and skills development that these Spaza shop owners can run a successful business. And it all starts with the Grandpa Spaza Academy.
For me, the success of the course was the fact that we've reached Ikas late. I come from Ikas myself, and things like this do not come to our Ikas, especially for our Spaza shop businesses. This project is reaching our businesses that have been in the hands of generations and generations, about grandfather Betu, about grandmother Betu, who've been running Spaza shops forever and taking us to school and taking us to universities. And finally, today, they are here to learn more about this. They've been doing this for 20 years, but finally now they can refine and learn different ways of doing business so that our businesses do not die. They can go to another generation. So that's more important. And the demographics, come on. How many, we always see these courses being attended by young people, but today lana kunabo mkhulu, today lana kule course kunabo young people, kunabo puti, kunabo mama. So it's a mix of everything, and for me that is successful. I am so excited, and especially when I started in the beginning and you come into a community and you see the level of where people are in terms of their businesses and how they've learned. They know how to even go out there and improve. I can't wait to see them improve and share with me their business ideas.
By implementing everything they've learned, the Spaza shop owners are truly given the chance to grow and transform their business.
Business ke yona e leng gore ka ge le gore mebereko a ego mo rena ebile ntho e leng gore ya re thuša re kgona go thuša gore re she bana ko dikolong ke ntho e leng gore ebile important mo rena tonight. Spaza shop saka se thuša batho kudu gore ba se ke ba kgona go ya gole ko dishopong go reka dilo, ba kgona go reka dilo ka segaufi, ba kgona go fumana dilo tse ba di nyakang ka segaufi. Ke ntho e leng gore e thuša batho. Nna go ya ka nna mo phelong ba ka ke be ke nyaka go ipona ke na le shopo e kgolo e leng gore go ka ba le restaurant ka magare, ke kgone go hire le batho mo ba tlo kgona go fumana mmereko from konna.
It's through hard work, dedication, and the willingness to learn that defines who we are and what we become. And the Grandpa Spaza Academy gives these business owners the opportunity to become so much more.
Well, if you have a Spaza shop and you're interested in finding out more about the Grandpa Spaza Academy and how you can get involved, then you need to contact.
That's right. Send a message to 076 666 3173 and you too can transform your business. That's 076 666 3173. Good luck.
Grandpa Spa's Acting Pain Relief. It's ready to work in 10 seconds.
Grandpa, trusted for over 100 years.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on SABC3. Now, earlier on the show, we learned more about the 3 male contestants of #Tropica Island of Treasure Season 9. And now I'm joined by the 3 gorgeous female celebrity contestants of this year's Tropica Island of Treasure. Enter Ntando, Simpiwe, and Nadia Just. Everybody make some noise. So what I saw quite early on with the challenge with the boys is the girls were bringing it, even though it wasn't your challenge. Nadia, do you think the girls are going to be a lot more competitive than the boys?
Oh, definitely.
What do you think you're going to bring to it that the boys can't?
These two, they're taking no prisoners.
No prisoners. Simpiwe, you said that you're going to bring a lot of activeness, a lot of fitness to the competition. What are you doing in preparation for Tropica Island of Treasure?
Oh no, I'm not gonna tell them because, you know, the walls have ears.
Okay.
They might just take my strategy.
All right.
You know,
Okay.
so I'm not gonna say anything, but I am ready.
hypothetically, if you were...
I am ready. That's all they need to know.
Girl, you're not giving us anything. All right, Ntando, let's talk about the grand prize. It is 1 million
Let's get it right
rand.
this time.
Yes.
Shared 1 million rand. You share it, okay? That's
My
what
name
I'm
is
saying.
Charity. By the way, my name. Second name, Simply Charity.
Why do you think you and your team should walk away with the grand prize?
Honestly, I think I deserve it, firstly. And I've got like the coolest color and the coolest flavor, right?
Yeah.
And I know everyone loves pineapple, so I'm like everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, also money's like my favorite thing. And like, wow. I love it. No, I mean, on a serious note, I really think I deserve the prize. I'm very active, and I know sometimes, you know, I might seem as a very lazy out of them, but you know, I don't have to show what I have, you know, for me to convince them. But I mean, I've got all what it takes to be part of the competition.
I feel like you're going to play an unassuming game. Like, you're one of those people that start off, you know, like, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing. But then at the end, you're killing challenges. Like, I think
That's
she's one
me.
to watch, girls. Huh? She's definitely one to watch.
Nah.
Keep an eye out.
Earlier on, the boys spoke about their game plans. I just want, in 3 words, what is your game plan for this competition? Nadia.
Well, I'm gonna keep my morale up, so positivity.
Good, yeah.
Fitness, and third one. And just have fun with it.
Fun is an essential key,
Yeah.
you know, because I think a competition is hard enough, but when you take the fun aspect out of it, that's when you might as well stop.
Yeah, I
So
don't
just
think
always
about
have fun.
winning all the time, even though I know I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
I don't wanna, you know, I want it to be a surprise
Of course,
when I do
of
win.
course,
So
of
I need to just keep myself focused.
Simply with 3 words that describe your game plan.
Fun, fitness, and personality.
Fun, fitness, and personality.
Absolutely fun. I have to agree, like for the first time agreeing with you guys. So definitely fun. Positivity, because I mean we need all the motivation to get through all the challenges. Yes. And definitely energy.
Energy.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that energy. So which 3 items are you going to take along with you that you absolutely cannot live without?
Nadia?
Nadia's going to take a bottle of Tropica.
Tropica
just
red.
one bottle with you. You're
Cool
going to sip
red.
it throughout the
Cool red. Don't forget this name.
I love it. Yes, 2 more.
Yeah, so probably sunscreen and then bikinis.
Okay. Ooh, we can't wait for them. Some people.
Sunscreen, definitely. Lots. Yes. Of sunscreen. Bikinis and maybe 2 bikinis.
Okay. All right. And you, Tana?
Definitely lip gloss for me. I'll use you guys as sunscreen. Bikinis, definitely.
Yeah,
We got to
yeah.
show what we've been doing all year long on that
And a
island,
banging
okay?
body.
Yes. And probably a very, very big bottle of water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to stay hydrated the entire time. Of course,
I'm sure
they'll
have water there. You want to take it with you. Where? So.
She was a real. So, of course, with the competition comes the fact that your faces are on the new bottles of Tropica with the gold caps. We're so excited. How does it make you feel? Not only to know that you're going to the Caribbean, you're going to be on Curacao, you're going to be living your best life. You get to potentially walk away with R500,000, but now, of course, your face is on the bottle as well.
And I think this just solidifies everything. Because
Yeah.
we've been in talks, obviously, for a while, so it's nice that it's finally materialized.
Yeah.
Into Tropica Cool Red.
I love how you always bring it back to Tropical Cool Red.
It makes me feel like I made it.
Yeah.
I'm a celebrity, guys.
Mama,
I'm
I
in a
made
bottle.
it. Mama, I made it. No, it feels like I'm in a billboard, literally, like billboard in the fridge, you know. So this is really exciting. This is also very humbling.
And it's a tasty billboard as well. It really is.
Pineapple flavor, that is.
Ladies, I love the energy. I love the personality. I love that all of you are gorgeous. I think you're going to rock it on the island, and definitely representing for girls all around South Africa, as the boys will do for guys all around South Africa. So you can let us know which item you would be taking to the island should you be one of Tropica's consumer contestants, and you can tell us on Twitter using the hashtag TIOT9. But stay tuned, because as we need to challenge the girls next, they are going to be taking on a very, very interesting booty poppin' challenge.
Yes, this is a challenge.
Master your look with Big Flex.
Yeah, first of all, well done to everyone giving a very good account of themselves. I'm loving how competitive everyone is. We've already set the tone for a fantastic season 9 of Tropica, Island of Treasure. But let's turn our lens inward onto the face. Sideburns. Probably the most important aspect of our grooming look that we never actually think about. Certainly I don't think about it very much. I think somewhere between a good haircut and maybe a great shave. With our big razor, the humble sideburn, an often overlooked detail that needs to be given a little bit of attention, we can now truly master and transform our look. Can you grow sideburns?
I'm always just wondering, first of all, I can't grow a sideburn. The facial hair that you're seeing on my face right now, this is the most I can grow, even if I went without a shave for 2 years.
Well,
this is
but you're lucky, bro, because it really works for your look, dude.
But it also works. I mean, of course, I trim it and do nice things with it, but like, I'm always wondering, are sideburns still a thing?
Well, the thing is, it's how you wear your sideburns. So we're not talking about the mutton chops a la 70s. If that's your look, if that's your vibe, then that's all good.
Yeah, leave it there.
Look at that.
No, please.
Leave the mutton chop in the kitchen. Even that guy's second-guessing his own mutton chops.
Unless you're playing a character, that is not something you should have anyone look at.
It's all good. I mean, if that's part of your vibe and your look and your character, then there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But the right sideburn ultimately should round off your hairstyle and frame your face just like your beard does, whatever your chosen mode is. So today we're taking a look and 3 key sideburn styles, if you will, for you to consider. So we're going to start. We're going to start with the regular sideburn, and we'll bring that up onto screen now so you can have a look. Simple sideburn. There is proportion with your haircut. Not too long, not too short. Now the key thing here
I was going to ask, because do you look at your ears and use your ears to measure where it needs to start?
This is an ongoing battle for me, but maybe people can kind of give me some tips. But I'm figuring a good hack, because your ears aren't necessarily symmetrical. I'm sorry to say, okay? But we all have. I have a very strangely shaped heads, and it's you know, exactly. My hairdresser is always like, I don't know. I feel like I'm cutting 2 different people's hair. But with your sideburn, maybe work off other features like your eyeline or maybe your cheekbone, which is quite a prominent feature. That's something to work off. But you know, the danger is that you kind of go one a bit shorter, then you go a bit shorter, then you go a bit shorter. So don't work off the ear. Work off another prominent feature on the face. Okay.
You see, one guy that I think for me, in terms of like sideburns, always really gets it right, has to be David Beckham.
He is the master.
Oh, there he is, yes.
Okay, and he's got quite a full beard. There, we saw him at Wimbledon rocking a bit more of a stubble. He is like I always say to myself, what would David say? What would
he do? How would he do it?
He is a style icon for the modern gents, and he uses the entire beard as a sideburn. It lets your sideburn seamlessly extend into your beard, into a full beard or into some nice stubble. But he rocks he rocks any look, to be quite honest. But there, it becomes a lot easier, and that's often what I do. Is if I'm going to grow my beard quite long, that's the only time I can get a bit of coverage over the sideburn is just to let those 2 blend. But it takes me about 3 months to get a complete connection.
Okay.
Lastly,
if you want to tweak your sideburns,
I think this is kind of our vibe here.
Yeah, like what we're playing with here and working
the
with.
fade. Some fades are stronger than others. Yes, that's the sideburn fade, because the fade haircut is massive at the moment. That's very much what I go for. Something that's rough and ready. You can use on the go. It doesn't require a huge amount of styling. Certainly on the bottom portion of the hair and moving into that sideburn. Probably the most fashion-forward option at this stage. It fades into a close shave that continues upward before fading back into a full beard or hair or stubble. And that, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're rocking a full beard or stubble or nothing. The fade works.
The fade works for a lot more guys than any of the other 2 options, because if you really do struggle to, and a lot of guys, and I know a lot of, especially African guys, black guys, struggle with a connecting beard. It's a thing. People don't have connecting beards. So if you haven't got a connecting beard and it's struggling, it's patchy and a bit juvenile.
Don't say juvenile. You don't have a juvenile beard, man.
You know, this is the go-to.
Think of it this way: your jawbone and your jawline is just too strong and masculine for the beard to keep up. That's
what I'm thinking.
That's it.
That is what I'm thinking.
So hopefully that's 3 ways. Maybe we've been able to connect with you, make you feel a bit better about life. But regardless of the length of your sideburns or how you would like to groom them, something that I found incredibly useful when I was shaving, the Bix Flex 5 has this beautiful edging blade right at the back there. You'll see it's just one blade that allows you to get in a precision cut. Absolutely brilliant. You can take a look at that. But the entire Bic full flex line of premium disposable razors is available at leading local retailers, so you can start playing around with your own look, your own grooming style. No better way to master your grooming routine, whichever sideburn style that you are rocking. You can go to za.bigworld.com to learn more about their product offering and get some great grooming tips there as well.
It's quite handy also with this pivoting head. Just makes the work so much easier.
And I put it to the test, and it's a beast. It really does work.
With Big Flex shavers, you could win Superbalist vouchers worth R1,000 every day until the 12th of August. Purchase any Big Flex shaver, take a pic of your till slip, and WhatsApp it to 082 255 3706 to stand a chance of winning one of 60 R1,000 Superbalist vouchers. Even better, winners will receive their Superbalist vouchers instantly. For further details, visit our Facebook page at Big SA Shavers. T's and C's apply.
Clover Classic, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover and us in the kitchen and you at home. Now we're going to talk about something incredibly delicious and healthy to boot. Dal has grown in popularity globally, and it makes sense because not only is it light in your pockets, which is the first major tick, it's really nutritious too. Another bonus, it's super easy to make, and those are the kind of recipes that I say we, but I love. Here to show us exactly how to make this popular lentil curry is a doll that needs no introduction. Welcome back. And I call you a doll because the first thing she asked me this morning is, how was that cricket? Awesomeness. Awesomeness.
I'm tired and exhausted this morning of the
spent.
cricket and tennis.
So we're going to replenish our bodies with what we are going to put back in here is something delicious. First of all, am I saying it right? Dal.
Yes, you're saying it right, dal.
Dal.
Yeah, and dal is like a word for pulses and it's a word for a dish.
Okay.
So, yeah. And we're using split like lentils today. And lentils, as you say, is very nutritious. It's like a blank canvas. You can add anything. And it's cheap.
Super
healthy.
cheap. Super
full of
cheap.
fiber and protein. So we're going to start with a bit of oil in the pan.
Oh man, the garam masala like vibes here, the curry powder that is already rocking this little kitchenette here is
and a bit
amazing.
of butter. And then we're going to just add the onions.
Finely chopped?
Yeah, finely chopped onions. And we're just going to let them fry till they're nice and translucent.
Okay.
Then we're going to always add fresh garlic and ginger to any type of curry dish. It just lifts it and gives it that beautiful
flavor. It gives it a punch.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, with working with lentils, you will know if you have in the past, they do need a flavour enhancement. They're a great kind of sounding board for other flavours, but you want to kind of pack it, especially a curry.
Yes.
Load it.
Yeah. And it just like gives it, the ginger gives it that beautiful fragrance. It's just delicious.
It's going to wake your mouth up.
And now we add our spices. You just let this cook a little bit and awake them in the morning. Wake them up. Now we're going to add some garam masala, some cumin seeds.
Your stock standard, yeah?
Bit of coriander, and then some turmeric.
Okay, and it's obviously all of our dried spices.
Yeah,
you want to get them in there as quickly as possible to get the flavours
develop, yes. You can smell that now.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that divine?
And this is honestly about re-educating ourselves. We've been re-educating ourselves this year, in fact, about bringing in more vegetable components into our diet. And if you're worried about a lack of flavour in a vegetable dish, start with a curry. Because it's going to have the flavour. It's going to be able to excite you, inspire you to get a bit more adventurous about cooking with vegetables. And obviously with Clover, it brings you a delicious, smooth and creamy dairy-based snack made according to Clover's unique recipe. I'm talking about our Clover Classic yogurt, something that I eat absolutely every day, but a cinnamon, maybe a little bit of honey as well, some date syrup. That's my boy's absolute favourite, but 10 vitamins packed in there as well.
Yeah, and I think especially winter, winter. I don't get all my vitamins in. So with the 10 vitamins in here, I love to use it a little bit in the soup, a dollop in soup, a dollop in a curry. So what I've done here, I've added the tomato, winter, and I'm going to add...
It's a good winter
dish
and vegetables.
We're going to add the lentils.
So have you done anything to kind of soak?
You don't have to soak lentils at all.
Okay.
They are one of those pulses that you can just add water, close the pot and let it just simmer away.
Let it swell. So they obviously don't have the same starches. I mean, you immediately want to think of them as a starch like a rice or something, but they're not. They're a pulsar.
Yeah, and they cook very, very quickly, And they're packed with protein, packed with fiber, so it's so easy, and dat is it so goedkoop, it's so cheap.
It really is masterful. The current classic range, of course, is also available in an array of delicious creamy flavours if you want to chase that with something that's beautiful. We've got strawberry, mixed fruit, apricot, vanilla, and of course our classic plain. The keyword here, if you'd like to create this dal along with us, is Clover to 33728. Okay, so now the magical moment as
As I mentioned just now, I like to finish my winter dishes with this beautiful, creamy... it is just divine. Yeah. And it's got those vitamins added to it. So I'm going to add a bit to the dal. And then you can finish it off just like that. Just mix it through.
Ooh la la, that gives it a bit of pizzazz.
Yeah, and it's going to give it that acidity as well that you need, and just a bit of coriander.
And you ruin it with some nice coriander on top.
Oh, come on, Graham.
That's one thing that you will never win me over.
Come on, let's taste a bit. I want you to taste a bit without the
Please.
coriander. I promise you, you won't get any coriander.
I'm playing.
Oh, come on. You saw
I'm playing, but I'm not.
And then taste that creaminess.
Thank you. So
Over there.
we're gonna take you through a step by step on exactly how we arrived at this beautiful lentil dal.
Fragrant, aromatic, and super easy to make, dal has grown in popularity around the world. Clover dal is full of feel-good nutrients, and with lentils being the main ingredient, you know you won't have to break the bank to feed your family. To get started, add a touch of pride to a large non-stick pan, along with 1 tablespoon of clover butter. Once the butter has melted, add 2 chopped onions and 2 tablespoons each of crushed garlic and ginger. Then saute until fragrant. Next, add 2 tablespoons each of fresh turmeric and chopped chili, a tablespoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of toasted cumin seeds, and a teaspoon of ground coriander. Cook the spices for 5 minutes. Then add a tin of chopped tomatoes, 1.5 cups of rinsed lentils, and enough water to cover. Simmer the dal for about 45 minutes. Then stir through 1/2 cup of Clover Classic Plain. Spoon into bowls and serve with freshly squeezed lemon and naan bread. Good for the soul and packed with flavor, there's no reason not to go mental for lentils this winter.
Made with love by Clover.
Feed the man.
Oh, the key word again is Clover to 33728, and we will send you that gorgeous ingredients list for our very own homemade dal. And you need a bit of a scoop there, so we've got some naan bread rocking there as well. Tabiso,
yes,
come and let your mouth salivate just like mine.
You don't have to say it twice. Okay.
Now take a scoop.
Please.
You're just my favorite on the show today,
scoop
T,
it up.
man.
Have you tasted it?
Of course I've tasted it,
Have you?
dude. You got right in there. You didn't even mince words.
It's nice and creamy. I love it.
It's creamy delicious. That's the addition of our Clover Classic yogurt. It's just perfect. It lifts the whole thing.
Yeah.
Neutralizes
Clover
nice.
Classic, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
So as the continue, we continue a fantastic show. It's a Tropica Island of Treasure takeover. Season 9 is here. We are coming to terms with our amazing celebrities and their rather competitive nature. We've got such cool presenters and dynamic coming through. It's going to be an unbelievable season. We're going to continue with that challenging them as the show progresses.
Oh, nice.
has been a feel-good kickstart to a brand new week, thanks in part to our superb celebs that are going to be doing a battle in the tropical paradise of Curaçao. Of course, Tropica Island of Treasure Season 9 is here, and we've been introducing our 9 celebrity contestants. The ladies are going to rise to the challenge. I know they will.
Yeah, when you say 9, you're referring to Season 9 of it, which is absolutely exciting. That brought the heat. But the feel-good doesn't stop. We've got the news now, but still coming up, going to be chatting relationships, which is absolutely going to be an interesting discussion. But Leanne is on standby with the news right now.
In your national news this morning, Police Minister Bheki Cele has confirmed that soldiers have arrived in the Western Cape ahead of their deployment in various communities on the Cape Flats. More than 144 suspects have been arrested since Thursday morning, including 5 police officers. A reward of 25,000 Rand is being offered by the City of Johannesburg for anyone with information that could lead to the arrest of the suspect who allegedly broke into the office of the City Council's Chief Whip, Kevin Wax. On the international front, Google has announced that it would update its Google Translate's camera translation feature to add 60 additional languages, as well as automatic detection. The app now has over 10 African languages. At least 37 people were injured on board an Air Canada flight after the plane hit severe turbulence and had to make an emergency landing. 9 passengers were seriously injured. And then finally, the garden route, including Knysna and surrounds, has had a facelift. Volunteers from all corners of the globe recently converged on the area to help plant thousands of trees as part of the Eden Festival of Action, hosted by non-profit organization Green Pop. Green Pop's focus has been on the restoration of the garden route following the devastating 2017 fires. In the last 3 weeks, no less than 4,500 trees were planted. Green Pop director Misha Teasdale says they just knew they had to assist after the damaging fire had taken their terrible toll. Since 2017, they've invited people from all over South Africa and the world to join in helping to restore some of these delicate ecosystems. And what a noble act indeed. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Here's a final look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Wrapping up after a history-making weekend in sport, tournament hosts England won the ICC Cricket World Cup for the first time in history after a stunning sudden death super over against New Zealand at a packed Lord's in London last night. Then more history-making in the UK as world number 1 Novak Djokovic claimed his 5th Wimbledon title after beating Roger Federer 7-6, 1-6, 7-6, 4-6, 13-12 in the longest ever Wimbledon final in history, lasting for a massive 4 hours and 57 minutes. Then in football, Senegal reached the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations final for the second time. That was after beating Tunisia 1-0 after extra time. They'll face Algeria, who beat Nigeria 2-1 in that second semi-final last night. And in motorsport, reigning Formula 1 champion Lewis Hamilton became the most successful driver in the history of the British Grand Prix, taking the win for a record 6th time in Silverstone yesterday. And that's a wrap of your sport for this Monday morning.
Thank you, Graham. It's just after 8 o'clock. Let's take a quick look at your roads this morning, starting off in Gauteng, out in Pretoria, where there has been a multi-vehicle accident on the N1 northbound before 14th Avenue. The right lane is obstructed, so please do approach that area with caution. If you're in the Western Cape, in Bellville, on the N1 inbound, there is congestion that's between Jip de Jager Avenue and Koeberg Interchange. The average traveling speed over there is 20 kilometers per hour, with delays up to 30 minutes. And if you're off to the trains, there is an extended travel time of 30 to 40 minutes. That's on the Cape Flats line, and it's due to defective track circuits at Salt River, speed restrictions, as well as sets out of service. That's where we leave it for the day. And now we take a look at your temperatures across the country. But first, we've asked you to send in your beautiful sunrise pictures. Thank you so much to Duncan Lawrence for your beautiful sunrise picture from Bloemfontein, as well as our regular photographer, Gary Okamp, for waking up extra early this morning and sending in that spectacular sunrise all the way from East London. Thank you so much. And now we take a look at your temperatures across the country, starting off in Polokwane with a low of 6, reaching a high of 24. The highest temperatures in the country today, that's 9 and 29 for Mbombela. Pretoria, your low is 7, reaching a high of 22. If you're in Johannesburg, 5 is your low, and today your high is 21. And out in Mahikeng, Bokoni Bophirima, 6, reaching a max of 24. A cold start to the morning for Klerksdorp today. 2 is your low and your high 23. If you're in Kimberley, 6 your low and your high 24. The lowest temperatures in the country today, that's Bloemfontein -1, reaching a max of 21. Richards Bay 16 and 28. High humidity for Pietermaritzburg today, 10 and a max of 28. Durban is sunny today, 14 your low, reaching that high of 24. Clear skies expected from Mthatha, that's 4 your low and your high is 27. If you're out in East London, once again that's 14, reaching a max of 21. And northwesterly winds traveling at 15 kilometers per hour for Craddock, that's 4, reaching that max of 26. Port Elizabeth 10 and 19. George 7 is your low and your high is 18. And if you are in Sutherland, you can expect northwesterly winds traveling at 15 kilometers per hour, and your temperatures 3 your low, and that's your high at 18. High humidity for Cape Town 8 and 18, as well as high humidity for Worcester. You've got a low of 4, reaching that max of 20. Springbok 6 and 24, and lastly Uppington 11 is your low, reaching that max of 27. That's a wrap of your weather for the day. Remember, we want to see those beautiful sunrise pictures. Be like all our photographers who sent in those beautiful pictures. Get them through to us on Facebook, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3.
Now, hashtag TIOT9 is all about challenging yourself and taking things to that next level. And we're doing a few unique challenges to see just how competitive our celebrity contestants really are. And of course, if you're hoping to partner with them, you'll know who's got what it takes to hopefully win you that R500,000 in cash. Okay, so this is how the competition works. The guys have already done their challenge early this morning, and now it's time for Ntando, Simpiwe, and Nadia to do theirs. Are you ready to find out what the challenge is?
Yes.
Well, they will be doing, ladies, the Tropica Smooth Jingle Challenge. But what is that, you ask? Now, each of them have a tissue box wrapped around their waist. Now, these tissue boxes are filled with 12 ping pong balls. Now, by shaking, dancing, or doing the jingle bell hop, they have to try to get all 12 balls out of the box. They'll have 60 seconds to do so, and the one who gets the most balls out of the box is crowned our Smooth Jingle Champion. So all of our lady contestants, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are going to jingle at the same time, so you can already stand up. I'm going to count you down in 3, 2, 1. Jingle challenge. Oh, okay. Ooh, Simpiwe's got, okay. Nadia's jumping. Simpiwe, I think all of yours. Okay, cool. Oh, Nadia, you've got one more. Simpiwe, you got a lot, girl. Tando, I can't see how many you've got in yours. Okay, one. And Nadia's the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Nadia Jafta with 0 balls in her box. How many do you have, Simpiwe? Let me check. Simpiwe, you got 5. All right, so turn around. No balls left in the box. And Tanda, I think you've got 1. Simpiwe, you've got 5. Ladies, you can have a seat there for us. Okay, well, I love that. Already bringing the challenge power and flavor. How is that? Of course, our reigning champion of the Jingle Ball Challenge.
Tie my hair up, just to think straight. That's all it took for me.
That's all it took. Simpiwe, I think you had a strategy in the beginning.
You know, it kind of worked in the beginning, you know?
And then somewhere along the line.
I don't know what happened. I thought I was winning.
Strategy with me, that's
I
why.
see. Okay. And of course, Ntando's so close.
Yeah, I'm not for small challenges. I'm really not for small challenges. So I'm just waiting for the big day that I can just take that prize back home.
Yeah, and of course, you don't want to show too much of what you've got right now, hey? Well, this is basically a taste of what you're going to be seeing on the island. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Of course, it's going to be taken to the power of 100. And you at home also stand a chance of going to the island with these smooth 3 ladies. All you have to do is make sure that you enter, and the entry is open by the 1st of August. Make sure you buy the hashtag TIOT9 bottles in store from August, and then enter by sending through your audition videos. But in the meantime, let us know which female celebrity you would like to team up with should you make it onto the island, Curacao in the Caribbean, and tell us on Twitter using the hashtag TIOT9. But before we go, we need to invite the gentlemen, because
because not only have you guys twerked your way to that winning spot, can the boys twerk their way to the winning spot? Come on, boys, get in here. We're going to close this off with a lovely little twerk challenge. That's hashtag TIOT9, your chance to win fame and fortune with Tropica, Island of Treasure. Gentlemen, I'm going to count you down. You can form a nice little line here in front of the girls. Don't hide away. We need to see the twerk challenge. Bowen, are you ready? In 3... No, facing the audience, guys. There's no use you face us. We want to see. We want to see. In 3, 2, 1, twerk off challenge starts now. Wow.
Well, if any of what's going on in studio today with these guys and Tropica Little Treasure, then it's going to be a very interesting time out on the island, and I certainly can't wait to see it. It is season 9. It's officially activated. The heat is on. Continue to let us know on social media. We've been getting lots of really interesting comments and fun ones as well. Who you're liking and who you think is definitely going to be taking that grand prize at the end of it.
Absolutely love it. Well, we are going to be getting into relationships after the break. Quite a tricky one. Who keeps the friends after a breakup? Are you still friends with your ex's friends? What are the rules? Are there rules? We'd love to hear from you on our social media platforms. At Expresso Show is the handle. Use Expresso Morning Show on Facebook. We'll see you now.
Enjoy a moment in between with McAfee. See you after the break. Presenter Search on 3 is back. This year, we're hunting for 2 new faces on the Expresso Morning Show.
Do you have what it takes to join South Africa's award-winning breakfast team?
Then record a video telling us what makes you unique and what you would bring to the show.
It's the start of a brand new day on your feel-good breakfast show Expresso on SABC3.
Post your clip on Instagram using the hashtag PresenterSearchOn3 and we'll find you.
And don't forget to introduce yourself and tell us which city you live in.
If your entry is successful, you'll be contacted and invited to audition in front of a panel of judges.
We're looking for creativity.
We are looking for personality. And above all, we're looking for new members to join our family. So show us everything you've got.
Closing date is midnight on Wednesday, the 31st of July. So get those entries in now.
This is your time to shine with Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, only on SABC3.
The stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso live right here on SABC3. It's a Monday. We're stepping into a brand new week, but we're also starting to pay a little bit more attention to relationships and the relationships that govern our lives. Being in a long-term relationship or commitment with someone means that you build a life that is meant to be shared together, be that in the form of a house, a car, bank account, and even friendships sometimes. Now, the former are things that can easily be split between the two of you when the relationship ends, hopefully, not always the case. But when it comes to those meaningful friendships and relationships that you form during the relationship, the politics involved, who can stay friends with whom, can get really, really messy.
really messy. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
So today we're asking the really important questions. How do you navigate your shared relationships with your ex? Is it even possible? And have you lost friends when a relationship has ended? And we've got relationship architect Shelley Lewin joining us this morning to answer these very difficult questions, or maybe they are easy, but we'd love to hear from you guys at home as well. Post your questions, your comments, your insights on our social media platforms. We'll hopefully deal with them live on the show. Shelley, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Where do
we can both
start?
empathise.
Where do you even start with this? So, why is having social interactions with groups of friends, regardless of how you were introduced to them, very important in a romantic relationship?
Okay, so I've learned that it's important for each spouse to have an awareness of times to merge and closeness and times of separation. So there's this dance that happens, and it's an important dance, and it's a dance of autonomy, where I'm my own person, and then there's time to be part of a union. So this dance is, autonomy and union, and we each as individuals need and want to have lives that are meaningful and fulfilling, and that happens on our own terms. And out there, we are interacting in the world, and when we go out there and live our own lives, we get energized and feel excited, and then we go back to the relationship and we have energy and exactly, you're feeding the relationship. So that's why I think that dance is important.
Becomes important.
It can become equally as important, I would imagine, when family is involved as well. But how close should you be to your partner's family? Is it their family? Is it your shared family? Does that kind of muddy the waters a little bit?
Your partner's cousins become your cousins too, and in the exact sense of the word?
Well, I think actually that if someone is important to your partner, that they should be important to you. At the very least, respect them. You can't force a connection with someone. So you can show common courtesy, though. And the way that I think about it is connection is like invisible threads. And when someone pays attention to you, when they're accepting of you, when there is approval, there are millions and millions of these little threads that attach and form this bond and connection. And so if your partner has a connection with someone else, that's for their well-being. So it's important for you to honor those threads.
And
whether or not whether or not it serves you and works for you is irrelevant. It serves them.
This is such an interesting conversation that we're having, and I'm absolutely loving it. You want to say something?
I want to say what happens when we cut those threads.
But that's the conversation we still are yet to have, with a relationship conversation happening this morning here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's very interesting when a friendship ends, when a relationship ends, who gets the friends? We want to find out from you on social media what your thoughts are. Weigh in on this conversation more later.
We've been talking all things hashtag TIOT9 this morning. And now that you know who the 6 celebrities are, I'm sure that you have a few questions about how to stand a chance to win your opportunity to go and represent yourself on the Smooth Island. Now, we're joined by Barbara George and Lentil from Tropica to give us some more inside information on how to stand a chance to win smooth fame and fortune in Curacao. Barbara, Lentil, so good to have you with us this morning. I think we all lost our minds when it was eventually, revealed that Curacao in the Caribbean was going to be the island that naturally 2 lucky people are going to win 1 million rand. Why was that island the perfect choice?
Leanne, if you think about Tropica and the history of it, the history of Island of Treasure, it's all about going to the best beaches, the most pristine beaches. And this time we found something like a beach we've never had before. Historically, Island of Treasure took us to the Maldives, to the Seychelles, and now we decided to go to Curacao. It's a Dutch island, very unconventional, has undiscovered beaches, perfect opportunity for diving, snorkeling, and of course it's the best backdrop for this season of Tropica Island of Treasure.
Amazing. And of course we've had such a fun time meeting all of the 6 celebrity contestants this morning. Tell us more about their team names.
So if you think of Tropica, everybody can associate with that one flavor that they absolutely love.
Yeah.
We've got 6 flavors, and because we've got 6 celebrity contestants, we figured, why not? Why not associate the celebrities with the flavor that they consumers love? Going from Cool Red with Nadia, Tropical with Simpiwe, and so on. Because it's something that is associated with the celebrities themselves, and like Ntando mentioned, their faces are on the bottles, so they're literally billboards in the fridges.
Yeah.
So we saw it as a perfect opportunity to pair it up with the flavors that are associated with the current brand.
Fabulous. Now, Liesl, I think the big question on everybody's mind is how exactly do I enter in order to get in on all of this action?
So in the past, Leanne, we've done location-based auditions. So we had one in Cape Town, Durban and Johannesburg. But this year we would like to open it up for the whole of South Africa. So everyone will be able to enter online using the hashtag TIOT9 and, very important, tag our page. And then we'll have to wait and see who goes to the island.
Cannot wait. Now, of course, we saw that the contestants already have their pictures on those gorgeous bottles of Tropica. When will those bottles be in store, and what can consumers stand a chance of winning once buying a bottle of Tropica?
Consumers will see the product in store the 1st of August when the campaign kicks off, and consumers can follow the USSD line that they'll see on the pack, and they'll be able to win more than 100,000 daily prizes worth of airtime, cash prizes, and applications into using this in their homes.
Wow! So you're already a winner before you've even gotten onto the island. That's amazing. I think there's a lot of preconceived ideas on what you need to look like, that you need to maybe be fit, that you need to have this, that you need to be that, you need to be a fitness model. When it comes to the audition tapes, Barbara, I'm going to start off with you. What are some of your tips for viewers right now wanting to enter for Tropica Island of Treasure Season 9?
So like Liesl said, we've opened it up to social media because we want every single person to enter. We don't want to limit anybody. We want contestants to come and bring themselves. We want them to bring the excitement. We want them to bring creativity. We want them to bring their brains, skills, because it's not all about the physique. We also want to challenge them mentally to see can they pull off those challenges on the island and bring the best to Tropica Island of Treasure Season 9.
Fabulous. And you, Liesl?
You basically just have to show us how you're going to out-smooth your competitors. You show us how smooth you are, and maybe you get the chance to be smooth on the island.
Maybe you'll get the chance to be smooth on the island. Barbara, Liesl, thank you so much for giving us those nuggets on how hopefully one of our, or 6 of our consumer contestants are going to land up on that island. Well, there you have it. I can feel that the island life is calling for some smooth fame and fortune. Now, we would like to, if you would like to join the celebs in Curacao, Caribbean, and of course you want to basically win those smooth competitions, all you have to do is tell us on Twitter using hashtag TIOT9. And then, of course, remember to enter from the 1st of August. And we wish you the best of luck. You could be hanging out with one of these 6 incredible celebrity contestants.
Thank you so much, team. All the best of luck to our celebs. Absolutely loving them. But we're getting into tricky waters right now. We are navigating relationships, in particular when a relationship ends. Who gets to keep the friends? Now that we've cut those beautiful bonds that form our social construct, how do we deal with that very difficult time when a breakup happens? And of course, we've got the relationship architect, Shirley Lewin, weighing in on the conversation. And we'd love to hear from you as well. If you've got any questions, ask us, please, on our Facebook page. We'd love to engage with you live. And we're now going to also be joined on the couch by wellness strategist Laura Delafield, who is divorced, went through the conundrum of navigating shared relationships with her ex. So welcome to both of you once again. Thank you so much for joining us. I was going to say, because you talk like you have burning, but you talk about this like you have a social life. Okay, I have a child and progressing in life, and it does become a lot more tricky once you have entered into that phase as well of a marriage, of a family, of that's when the whole idea of shared friends becomes a completely different beast altogether. So, Laura, I'm going to ask you to weigh in. Can you just set the scene for us? What was your experience of having to go through a breakup and then that figuring out who gets to keep who? How does that play out?
Well, I think it's obviously a very difficult time for everyone. I say, you know, looking at strategies and how you work things out with friends and kids, it's a highly emotional time. It's a charged time, and yeah.
When you need your friends.
And you do need your friends, but what can happen is that one of you or both of you can go into kind of victim mode and you start rallying and it just becomes around your ego and anxiety. So it's really a time where you've got to kind of ground yourself and yeah, just really slow down and calm down and just go slowly. Just go slowly. It's not an easy time.
Tread lightly.
So when you experienced that, did you work together to combat or solve these difficulties, and what strategies did you adopt for it?
I think with my ex, I mean, we're very good friends now, but at the time, you know, you're not really in a rational state that you're going to navigate and set up these strategies. When it came to our kids, I think when there's something higher at play, when it came to our kids, we definitely developed strategies. People don't realize what they do to their kids if they don't actually engage and have a strategy with their ex. So I think when it came to our kids, we definitely had a strategy which to date has played out pretty well, protecting the kids and working with them.
It's amazing, I think, when you, in any situation, if you put the well-being or the best result for other people ahead of yourself, how often a solution will present itself. Shelley, maybe I can put this to you. As someone who might be feeling very acid going through a situation like that, and we can all relate to that, why is it so important to tread carefully if your exes or your friends are showing loyalty towards each other? Because that's natural. You're friends. We're all friends, Shirley.
Yeah, look, you know, for me, it's the divorce will reveal which threads are intact and which threads aren't. So there's no real choice in that. It's just a case of, you know, once the dust has settled, that you will start to see, and there will be some surprises, I think there often are, about where loyalties have gone. And that's often a result of, I think, circumstances. If it's an amicable split, then people can be neutral, but if it was messy, then people tend to, you know, take sides and their loyalties go.
And I suppose if it was messy, then people have to actually be so much more conscious and spend so much more time trying to really find solutions and get to the bottom of it.
Wow. Have you ended any of your friendships because either it just felt too much or maybe your ex asked you to?
I think, yeah, in our case, I just kind of surrendered to the way things went. I think when you've got an ex-husband and they've got business partners and they're, you know, best friends and they've been at school, you know, been together since they were 12. I think there's just a natural splitting, and I think the test is to look at yourself and be able to forgive, move forward, and know in time that those things do heal and they get better, but you might not maintain as close a relationship. And it's okay, it happens.
This is just so fascinating just to have a relationship discussion, because we often think that relationships operate on autopilot, but they really do take a lot of involvement from us, and that's the conversation we're having this morning here. How do you navigate your shared relationships with your ex once you have broken up? We want to hear from you on social media. It's Expresso Morning Show, SABC3 on Facebook. Use that hashtag Expresso Show. We're going to take a quick break because you need a bit of a breather when you have a conversation like this. We'll see you in a bit.
Cadbury Dairy Milk shines a light on the generosity alive in each of us. Bring your old toys to any of Cadbury Dairy Milk's pop-up Little Generosity shops in major centres this winter and receive a slab of Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. Get to Cape Town's Canal Walk Little Generosity shop from the 19th of July to the 5th of August with your toys, and let's inspire a little more Cadbury Dairy Milk goodness in the world.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. We are still in the throes of our relationship chat. We are talking about relationships ending, actually, and who gets to keep the friends. Laura and Shelley already revealing some deep insights, and a lot of it, yes, coming from the angle of the role that you play in professionally, but also from a very personal perspective, which I think all of us can relate to. We've all been through a breakup in one form or another, and we've all had to let go of people or navigate those waters. What are people saying online?
Well, you know, we did ask the people on social media at home to weigh in on the conversation and let us know what their experience has been and some of the questions and comments that have come through. Here's Nasima Dawood saying, my friend was best friends with my ex. After the breakup, I felt that our friendship went distant a little. And Michelle said, I've lost a friend because me and her ex are besties, but I don't see anything wrong with that because I hooked them up and we were friends way before they dated. Here's an interesting one also coming through from Vaughan Grobler, who says, morning guys, thanks for the amazing and helpful advice. Yes, sadly friends say they don't choose sides when you break up. However, they do choose sides. It's up to you to be strong and deal with the sadness and see it as a new start to make new friends and new beginnings. But let me just wrap it up here. Michelle had a very interesting question. She says, I've got a question though. Is it wrong to stay friends with a friend's ex-boyfriend? Because there's also another end to this discussion
I suppose, yeah, let's flip it.
So someone else is sitting there as the friend and they're caught up in this and they're like, is it wrong for me to want to still continue being friends with your ex?
I heard someone say to me recently that she said, you know, if someone's splitting and breaking up, I will say to both of them, you're divorcing each other, you're not divorcing me. So I do think it's tricky because relationships are very intricate and the threads are woven between many different people and friends, and to have this expectation that someone should now end the connection, that you know, if they had those threads, they were built organically, they evolved, they have a connection, and to have this expectation that they should be severed because my connection with them has ended, it's, you know, is it an unrealistic expectation? I think that it's tricky for everybody.
Yes.
You know, and some people try to remain neutral, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I think a lot of us just go with the flow. I think you just try and figure it out as you go. We're just not conscious about these sorts of things. So maybe if there is an opportunity to be mindful about moving through this process with empathy for ourselves and for, you know, especially when children are involved.
Yes, absolutely.
What advice can you leave our viewers with, Lauren?
I would just say it's an opportunity either to look and blame and look, you know, who's doing what, who's taking what, and go, as I said, going into that victim mode. Or for me, it's an opportunity to grow, to look and say, what, you know, where can I improve? What can I learn from this? And to understand that it's emotional also for friends, for kids, for everyone. And yeah, to really, I mean, I'm obviously into wellness, so go on a personal journey of grounding yourself and just accepting, surrendering where you're at, and things do improve in time. Time does heal stuff.
Yes.
And just be kind to yourself.
Yes.
It's not an easy time.
Yes. Because you may definitely feel those friendships drifting apart and becoming more distant, but I think in time, if the relationship ended amicably and you're able to take time off to reflect on this, it does definitely heal. It does change everything.
Shelley, one last piece of advice. If you can imagine someone in the throes of this very situation.
Okay, so I would say that a divorce or a breakup is a bit like having a hand grenade go off in a relationship. And there are going to be casualties. And, you know, the bottom line is that if there are children involved, they should be prioritized, and any relationships that directly impact on them need to be honored and nurtured and treasured. So, for example, if your children want to have a relationship with their, you know, their granny on your exercise, granny and granddad, like that has to be nurtured and honored with every, you know, fiber of your being, because there's no reason that they should be the biggest casualties in this experience. And, you know, to be exactly as Laura said, to slow down, to ground yourself, be kind to yourself and be gentle. It's tough for everybody.
You know, what if your ex's friends just they just like you more? It's not your fault. That was awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I think a lot of kind of self-reflection happening already.
Yes.
A lot of us asking those deep questions, but hopefully you can approach this very complex dynamic with a bit more, some more tools to be able to handle a situation with empathy. Just always keep the kids in mind. Do what's best for yourself and for everyone else. There is a way that you can achieve that balance. Continue the conversation with us online. We'd love to hear from you.
Well, the coffee is hot, the rusks are out, and it's time to dip a Oma with Boer Bosch, TIOT9's latest celebrity contestant. Boer, so good to have you on the show this morning.
It's so lucky to be here. This is awesome.
I am so jelly. Okay, so you're going to be heading off to the Caribbean very soon.
Yeah.
You're going to enjoy the sand and the sun on one of the best tropical islands in the world.
Yeah.
But right now, it's still very cold at home.
Yeah.
And on a cold, rainy winter's day, what do you love to do to just chill, to just chill out?
I'm a fan of this vibe, to be honest.
Do you love this vibe?
I'm a fan of like putting something on the TV, laying on the couch, treating myself to a little Netflix and chill.
Hello.
But I'm a reserved kind of guy, so I like to chill at home and
I also love to chill at home. Now, when it comes to chilling, I love to grab an Oma rusk. Do you have a specific flavor that you always gravitate towards?
This is actually I know it's new, but this is actually my favorite one. I never
the
thought
chocolate chip is a vibe.
Yeah, but normally your Oma is like so health orientated, but I like that Oma has changed. Oma's changing with the time.
Yeah.
Oma like a sticky sweet. So she's throwing some chocolate. It's
Do
awesome.
you love coffee, tea, hot chocolate? What's your drink of choice?
In all honesty, I'm a big fan of hugging a mug.
Yeah.
It feels like when you drink it, it's like someone's holding you and your heart so warm.
Yeah.
And it feels like someone's listening. It's like therapy.
It is like therapy.
It's the cheapest form of therapy.
Talking about hugging a mug, have you seen how cool these mugs are? For instance, they have different descriptions. This is the early morning dip. What is yours?
This is the lunchtime meeting dip.
Hello.
I like it. It's also orange, which is my flavor. So I'm just saying, it's a sign. It's a sign.
Made to win. When is your favorite time of day to enjoy a Oma rusk, though?
In the mornings. So I live in Joburg in Randburg, so I live on a hill.
Yeah.
And I got the most amazing views. If I open up my curtains, I see like the whole city in front of me. So in the mornings I sit there and just converse with myself,
I love it.
with Oma, and with the rest of people sitting in traffic.
This is my life.
This
is my life. If you could give your dipping time a hashtag, what would you call it?
Less is more. I'm one of those guys.
Less is more.
Hashtag less is more.
Okay, I like that. I feel like you're kind of that guy. Well, anyways, let's stop talking. Let's grab a delicious chocolate chip Oma rusk. Yes, I'm going to grab one, but I just have to finish off with, of course, letting you know that Oma rusks is one of those household South African staples. And whilst you are in the Caribbean, we want to give you a box of
Oma's
Oma
coming
rusks.
with.
It's going to go with you.
Oma's coming with.
Hey, it's going to give you that beautiful carbo load to win all of those challenges, huh?
Oma's going to hold me tight at night.
Oma's going to hold me tight at night. You're crazy. All right, well, it's a brand new week and a brand new chance for you to win big with Oma rusks. We have another 2,000 Rand Swatch Watch voucher plus a 500 Rand Oma rusk voucher up for grabs. And we want to know which of these 3 dipping times you prefer and why. Do you prefer a road trip dip? Do you prefer the stuck at work dip or the midnight snack dip? Now, you can share your answers with us on Expresso's Facebook page, and of course, you can stand a chance to win. Remember that there can only be one winner. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. I want to get in on this dip as well. Bo is living his best life.
It is awesome.
Anytime is dipping time.
Oh, Grace, you've certainly got me excited this morning. You're bringing it back to the kitchen. First of all, a mayonnaise chocolate cake. I mean, I think a lot of people out there with grannies who know what this is about are going to be excited to know how to make one.
Yes, definitely. This is a legendary cake, nice and soft and moist.
Nice, soft and moist. The key word is be well. Get your book out. You're going to be needing to take some notes, or just get your phone out to SMS. We'll see you after the break.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
Oh, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a beautiful way to kickstart the brand new week. And just when you thought that you could no longer hashtag do more with mayo, Be Well have invited Grace Stevens into the Expresso kitchen to once again lead the way. On our menu today, a mouth-watering and oh-so-moist mayonnaise chocolate cake. Drizzled with chocolate ganache and chopped pistachios, this decadent cake is not only delicious, but pretty easy to prepare. A guaranteed crowd pleaser for any occasion and a perfect tea time treat. Make no mistake with Be Well, it's not just a chocolate cake, because it's not.
No.
Because we are making it with mayonnaise.
Yes.
Grace Stevens,
Who
welcome.
knew?
We absolutely love you. Not just because of your chocolate cake, but because you're blowing the roof off this. Well, I seem to be a little bit overly amazed. Is this a normal thing to make chocolate cake with mayonnaise? Is this something complete? I'm absolutely amazed.
Mayonnaise.
No, my shock aside, this sounds really, really interesting and cool.
Yes, very cool. Well, mayonnaise is made with all the ingredients that are going to go in this cake anyway. And the acid that's in the mayonnaise will soften your protein in your flour and like marinate it so that it's nice and
moister and softer and more juicy and delicious. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's get started. Let's create the most moist and amazing chocolate cake that has ever been made in our kitchen.
Okay, vanilla, eggs and sugar go in. That's a good way to start a cake. And we're just going to whisk this up until it's well combined.
And there's quite a lot of sugar going into this.
Lots of sugar, yes.
This is one of those don't hold back kind of a chocolate cake. So it looks absolutely gorgeous. The end result is
in
amazing.
goes my double espresso in there. Chocolate and coffee is a match made in heaven, so they're great to go in there. Then I mix in a cup of mayonnaise. So this Be Well mayonnaise is fab. Oh, look how thick it is. I can't even shake it out.
It's going to add to the creaminess. It's actually opening my eyes, and it does make logical sense. The fact that what you're making your mayonnaise out of, it's a lot of the base ingredients that go into your traditional cake mix anyway. What I love about this, the Be Well only mayo endorsed by the Heart and Stroke Foundation of South Africa, and carries the Cancer Smart Choice seal. You'll see it there on the labelling, and that's something that you should always be looking out for. On the diet side, high in vitamin E, omega-3s, helps to lower the risk of heart disease, depression and arthritis. We've been talking so much about the relationship between nutrition and our mental health. The omegas are essential. And sustainability is a big, really important factor in our kitchen, made exclusively using locally sourced GMO-free canola oil. That is amazing. And the taste is something we're going to put to the test here in a big way this morning. It's creamy. It's beyond creamy, actually. And,
isn't it?
It really is making a surprise ingredient on our chocolate cake. It's something that I've never seen or heard before, and I'm so excited to be doing it. It's
buy
so
one
cool.
for the sandwiches and then one for your cakes.
And one for the cake.
Right, so cocoa goes in with
and you've got to use
flour.
the thick and creamy variant, I'm sorry.
It's yummy, hey? And my raising agent. And then I'm just going to mix this all together. Ooh.
Oh, that is lovely.
Doesn't this look amazing? I'm making it in a bunton today. It's always a great shape to make your cake in. Easy to slice.
Well, it's pretty and it's dainty, and when it comes to decorating, it's gorgeous. I love the little treatment with the edible flowers and the pistachios. It looks beautiful.
Yes, and I've put ganache on top of that.
You've got to. And the keyword here is Be Well to 33728. If you'd like to create this magic dirt, no, it's for Insta. It's the Insta. Shadowing of chocolate dust.
Oh, look at this. Can you smell that?
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, man.
Yummy, yummy.
This is where it puts you make it like a little extra, so in case you have to taste the batter.
Oh, you have to taste the batter, yes.
And what's quite nice is it's quite a sticky, gooey, elastic mix, so there's going to be quite a lot stuck to the bowl. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to just taste it off
Well, I think
the
you
bowl.
should taste it. Taste it, give it a taste. Amazing, hey?
That's stunning. I could honestly eat that whole bowl of cake mix. Okay.
Make sure that you've sprayed your tin.
Oh, that's lovely.
And then you scrape it in. Oh. This goes in at 180 degrees for about 45 minutes, 45 minutes. So just double check. I'd put it in for 40 minutes and then double check with a toothpick. It should come out clean when it's done.
Because, you want it to have that kind of gooey texture, but not to be soft inside.
No, you don't want it to be gooey inside. It just needs to be well done. Yeah. And this will keep very, very well. So you could make it tomorrow and still enjoy it at the end of the week. Look at that.
Word, it looks amazing. And I really do like the setting, doing a cake like this, because it is quite decadent. So, I mean, we can eat the whole thing probably in one sitting, but it does give it a beautiful, precious, gorgeous look on the kind of end result. So the keyword again is be well to 33728 if you'd like to create this amazing mayonnaise-infused chocolate cake. It is so delicious. I don't think we're going to be allowed to cut that baby up, but maybe, just maybe at the end of the show we'll share it.
You can twist my arm.
Just maybe. Thank you, Gracie. You're a genius. I want to eat this in time.
There's a glass and a half in everyone.
Alrighty, so it's time for us to exercise and spread a little generosity. If you've been paying attention, you'll know that over the last couple of weeks, Cadbury Dairy Milk has been going around the country and really spreading all this love. And this is because we're asking you if you have any toys sitting around in your house that your child doesn't play much with anymore, then share them with children in need. Cadbury Dairy Milk is giving you the opportunity to spread your generosity to millions of orphans who sadly don't get to experience something as simple as a teddy bear, game or puzzle to play with. Now enter the Little Generosity Shop where you can help out. Now the Little Generosity Shop is giving us the chance to make a difference in the lives of as many children as possible by collecting toys, books and games in exchange for a yummy Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. And this morning we're joined by Nadia Jafta, one of our celebrity contestants in season 9 of the Tropica Island of Treasure. Yep. You've brought a toy.
Yes, this is Ella A.
Ella A.
Yes, you know from the song Ella, Ella A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Umbrella.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. So,
this is Ella A.
What joy has Ella A brought you in your life?
So, obviously, elephants are my favorite animals. I have a massive elephant tattoo on my back. So,
nice.
Yeah, just that kind of joy, favorite animal, and just like some sort of comfort.
Yes.
I was gonna give it to my niece, but I thought, you know, a little girl or little boy might need it a bit more.
Man, absolutely. And what's your message to the young child out there that's going to be receiving this toy?
I think just look at it as a symbol of comfort, and if you need it, if you're weak, then maybe it will give you some strength as well.
That's right. Why do you think something as simple as a toy can uplift and charge up the spirit of a child who might otherwise not have one?
I think knowing that it's always going to be there, it's always going to be cuddly, it's always going to be warm and welcoming, I think that never disappoints a child.
These little cuddly ones, they give lots and lots of love. Okay, so Nadia, for your generosity today, I am going to take Ella and in exchange give you a chocolate.
Okay,
all right?
nice.
In fact, I'll have you do the honors of dropping it in here in our Little Generosity Shop. There we go. And it's gone to go put a smile in a child's face.
Put a smile on my face. Thank you.
That's one going to put a smile on your face and your tummy as well. Thank you, Daddy. Not so much your mom, but yeah, you'll enjoy that. Well, Cadbury Dairy Milk, the Little Generosity Shop, will be in Cape Town, Canal Walk Shopping Centre on the 19th of July, from the 19th all the way through to the 5th of August. Don't miss out. Join in on spreading all of that generosity and donate a toy, or visit www.cadburyglassandahaf.co.za for more information. Also, follow them on Facebook at Cadbury Dairy Milk SA or at Cadbury_SA on Twitter and Instagram with the hashtags Glass and a Half and hashtag the Little Generosity Shop to keep up to date on how and where you can donate your pre-loved toys. Are you going to share?
No.
There's a glass and a half in everyone.
Well, hashtag TIOT9 fever has hit the studio. We've had the pleasure of meeting our 6 celebrity contestants who will be heading to Curacao in the Caribbean to see who will walk away with their share of 1 million rand in cash. And if you would like to walk away with 500,000 rand and join them on the island of Curacao, well, then you need to stay tuned, because we'll give you details on how you can enter and be part of the smooth life after the break.
So do you think you can sing? Do you love performing? Well, here's your chance to do exactly that. Mac is inviting you to enter their This Little Light of Mine competition. And all you got to do is record your own rendition of This Little Light of Mine and WhatsApp it to 083-445-0547. The lucky winner will get a chance to produce their own Mac Shine On music video. So this is your opportunity. What are you waiting for? The competition closes on the 22nd of July, 2019. Get entering. Come on. this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now we are talking all things hashtag TIOT9 this morning, and I'm once again joined by our 6 celebrity contestants to find out what tips they might have for you to make sure that your audition video gets you to the smooth island life. Welcome. You guys are still looking awesome. Is the energy level still good?
Yeah.
You guys still excited?
Let's go.
Okay, I love it. I love it. All right, I'm going to start off with UK and Boet. All right,
Yes.
so naturally, viewers are encouraged to send through their videos. It needs to go onto social media. What would your tips be for anyone who is looking to partner with you when it comes to auditioning? I'll start with UK.
Mine's going to be very basic because a lot of people will overlook this one. Get a passport. Get a passport.
That would help. That would help. First things first, Boet.
They shouldn't be physically stronger than me, but they need to be emotionally stronger than me. I'm looking for this. I'm not looking for this.
Okay.
Looks-wise, be prettier than me. I can do with someone prettier than me.
Oh, okay. All right.
We'll be the ugly ducklings.
Okay, so you don't mind girl or guy, as long as
I'm
they're
open for
prettier than
anything.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. All right, Vazi and Tando, when it comes to the person auditioning to be on your team, what are you looking for that they need to stand out with? What must they have that must make them stand out the most?
Right.
Okay.
You go first, ladies.
Oh, gentlemen. They definitely need to know how to swim, okay?
Oh, yes.
To save me when I do this, please. And definitely need to be. I gotta look at something really cute and nice, okay? So I candy nyana, you know.
All right,
body nyana.
So you're definitely gravitating towards a guy.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I don't want no.
All right, you Vazi.
For me, you just have to be confident, first of all.
All right.
And listen.
We're listening.
Yeah, no, they need to listen.
Yes. Are you listening?
They need to have the ability to listen because sometimes I tend to get too excited and then I miss certain things.
Yes.
So if they can just get that part right, I'm happy.
I mean, you're so excited you've already given away half your money.
I didn't listen.
Okay, so to Vazi's partner, please, listening skills are a must. To you, Nadia and Simpiwe, do you think that humor is going to be a huge part in them standing out when they audition?
That was going to be my point. Please
Yeah.
bring a good sense of humor because that's what's going to keep me interested and intrigued in someone.
All right, so Nadia definitely wants someone that can bring a little bit of humor to the table. I love it. You, Simpiwe?
Yes, you absolutely have to have a great personality because I don't want to be bored. you know, so you gotta entertain me all the time.
I mean, it's gonna be funny
Then
when
we'll
you
have
lose.
fun.
So all of these celebrities naturally have gone on some audition at some point in their lives, am I right? Yeah. We all know what the audition life is like. When it comes to auditioning, what is an important thing to remember when it comes to your audition video? Okay.
I always say have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Don't ramble on.
Don't ramble on. I love that.
Be yourself.
Nice.
You took my answer.
I was about to say be yourself as well.
Take your money too, girl.
Definitely be yourself, have fun, add personality, and just be great.
Nice. Tando?
I repeat.
What they
No
say.
shirt. You want no shirt. No shirt auditions. No shirt auditions for banter.
What's your tip?
Whenever you're doing an audition, no one knows what's about to come out of your mouth up until you do it. So just do it, go for it, have fun with it, and be confident. Yeah.
I love that we've been joking around, but like on a serious note now. This is potentially 500,000 rand for somebody. Kay, what are you looking for in a partner? Speak to the people.
Strong mind, strong will. Like, you gotta have that mental, like a strong mental capacity. And I just want to say, like, shout out to my homeboy Vazi. You're a bigger man than I am. You literally gave away all your money before you even started. I love it.
I love it, Nadia. What are you looking for in a partner?
I'm looking for someone with a good personality, someone that's gonna be have a strong sense of self and not get emotionally unstable, because there's only room for one emotionally unstable person.
Okay, and that spot's been taken already.
That spot's been taken.
I love it. Tell it like it is, Simpy, right?
You definitely have to be persistent, passionate, and have a strong heart, because it's going to be a long tooth.
Nice. And Tando, what are you looking for in a partner?
Confidence, energy,
Their body.
And the body, definitely that one, definitely. Oh, I mean, okay, it doesn't matter because I mean I have one. So,
of course.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay. There can't be two hot people in that team.
Energy and fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Vazi, what are you looking for in a partner?
Okay, could barely look at the right camera.
Oh, wow.
So I'm not too worried about that. But you at home, you just need to be confident, know yourself. I'm a very strong personality. I know what I want. I know what I need to get where I want to be. So you just need to join in on the ride, man.
Come on. And you, Bo, last but certainly not
I'm
least.
looking for someone that will have fun with me. It's going to be tough, it's going to be competitive, but we're also only just human beings and we're going to make mistakes. But it's going to be fun next to this guy.
As long as you don't make mistakes on his team.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, you guys. If this is what we're already looking forward to, I can't wait to see what the rest of Tropica Island of Treasure is all about. So we look forward to another smooth season of Tropica Island of Treasure. Let us know which celebrity you would like to team up with should you make it to the island. Tell us going onto Twitter using hashtag TIOT9. Remember to enter from the 1st of August by buying Tropica, following the details on the pack, and then submitting your audition video. You might just be lucky enough to live that smooth island life with these gorgeous 6 celebrities. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Yes, well, let's get our other boys in.
I think whoever's gonna get teamed up with Kay definitely has to have a serious liking for flamingos as well. You forgot to mention that. Otherwise, it just might freak them out. Do you know what I mean?
I'd recommend
you're
for
so
Vazi,
committed.
you might want to come with 500,000 already. That might help the process. Oh, man. Guys, I've got to say, because you're stepping into a crazy world, and it's one thing being who you are and your personality in your own space, but then entering into a dynamic where you've got to share that with, and you're also completely different to each other, which is going to be awesome. But just watching how much you've come out of your shell and how much fun you've had in the group now, just over the last 3 hours, this is going to be the most insanely entertaining season ever.
Yay.
So just let that breathe, man, and have fun. And 500,000 rand. 500,000 rand.
Go on already. Go on already.
To the charity of
The only thing is when Vazi mentioned the charity element there, I already was thinking, what does it cost to change your name on your ID to charity? I might then be,
I'm looking for a contestant named Charity to join me. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. All the best of luck. We love all of you. We love you guys. Have a lovely day.
Peach! Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.